little bit of a remembrance? Anything there?
Honestly, for me, not really. I am so like forward facing. I have been trying to this offseason flush what happened 156 days ago.
Are they doing that, though? Because I had heard about it, and you've got more people at Ball than I do, and Dover definitely has people around that facility. I had picked up on, like, hey, they're pretty pissed off about last year. Jesse Montano came on our airwaves and said, hey, guys, they're mad about the way it ended last year, so you have flushed it away. It doesn't sound like they have.
Well, when I say I flushed it away, like, that was one of the most impactful sequences as a sports fan. Like, if you are a sports fan and you care about this team, what happened last postseason somehow raised the bar on how dramatic you can lose. And you think of already the dramatic sequences that have happened with the Avs prior to last season. The Game 7 losses to Pete DeBoer and Dallas. Val Nichushkin quite literally going missing in the playoffs in a story that really should be a 30 for 30 if it happened in the NBA or the NFL. So, like, it's hard to be more dramatic than Game 7 losses and the whole Val sequence and the woman, we still can't find her and all this stuff. But somehow trading a top 10 player in team history to a different team, but he ends up at your rival. And he literally has the first ever self-contained hat trick within a third period in Game 7 history.
You can't make it up.
And that's how you lost. I'm telling you, because over the years, I did not, on my way to Denver, I've talked about this before of like, okay, now I'm an Avs fan and now I'm a Nuggets fan. And it's like, no, like it happened very organically. Rockies were the first
You went
team.
to a lot of games to do that.
Totally. And it's going to a lot of these games and going through these experiences. And then you look back and you're like, wait, I've been here 6, 7, 8, 9 years. Like, man, I love these teams. And what happened last year, I'll remember for the rest of my life, literally. So I can't begin to go back to what you're saying. I can't begin to imagine what it's like for the guys in that locker room.
Exactly.
Because I and you'll laugh, but like, dude, there's sequences from losses for me personally in high school that I'll remember for the rest of my life. So I can't imagine being the actual gladiator in the arena with world championship expectations.
You read my mind on that one, Zach.
And then living forward with it.
No, like think about it, like for fans, for us, like it's frustrating. I talked about this with Zach when it first happened, and he said it's going to take a long time for him to heal, and this is going to be a scar that's going to be there for forever. But think about those players. They have to go through this. And Zach just said 165 days.
156 days ago was Game 7.
156 days ago that these players had to wait, that they had to get their bodies back in shape, that they had to go through these grueling workouts, the camps, just to get back to this moment and have to build back up for a long season to get back to postseason. Like, it's personal for these men in this room, for them on that ring, on that ice. It's personal when you know that you have to restart the season to go for that same goal to try to get back to the cup after you were eliminated in the first round. Like, it's personal now, and I feel it. I feel like the fans feel it, and the team down there, they're going to show it tonight that they're not sitting here taking this for granted. They know what they have to do, and they know that they have a team to do it this year with.
I'll just say this. Now you have to get through. And see, this is the crazy thing, because I was sitting here just last year, 1 year ago, almost to the day, talking about the marathon that it'll take to get back to the place that you were just most recently stung. And then you were stung worse than ever before last year. And now we're back, and it's like you have to get through the marathon, but you have to go through the marathon with the seriousness, because seeding matters. Yeah. That Game 7 needs to be in Colorado.
Right.
And so it's that fine line of like, this is sports though. This is sports. The thrill of victory, the agony of defeat, the marathon nature of it. And here we go. We're starting a brand new journey here this evening.
How do you overcome what you have been in the past? You change, you grow, you take action. And I said it earlier, and you'll be shocked to know I've offended a hockey fan. But I said merely this: you can't choke. You have one cup, one time with Nathan McKinnon, you've been past the second round. Once.
Yeah.
And you won it all. It's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
I want to keep it. But with Nate, with this core, which time is running out on, you need a couple of more when this thing's done, and not to be doom and gloom guy, but once this core's done, it's gonna be some thin days for the Avs.
Totally, this is the cycles of sports, right? And the Avs are over the crest of the midway of this window, and they need to find a way to capture another one because, to your point, and this isn't a new conversation, it's what's old is new again here as we start a new season. We had the conversations after they won the Cup in 22. Like, would it be a failure if they ended up with just one? And at the time, almost everyone said yes, because it was such a dominant run. They never trailed in any series on their way to a Cup. And we get caught into assumptions, and we, maybe fell into the same trap with the Nuggets that things will stay the same. Nothing ever stays the same.
It's an impermanence to everything.
You win Super Bowl 50, and it takes you nearly a decade to get back to the postseason
and get waxed
and get cracked, right? And so it's exciting. It's also serious, and sports are fun. But with the Avs, it just feels a little serious as well, if I could say that. And
that's a great thing right now. I feel like, and it's early, but I feel like for McFarland and Bednar, they know that their time's running out as well. They've been putting in motion like all these different players, and they've been very aggressive. And they know that they have Kel. They know that they have Nate Dogg and Val. They have this window. But if they don't execute in this window, it's a situation where it's like, man, what were you doing? Everybody's feeling that pressure now. I believe that everybody needs to feel that pressure because you're too good of a team not to win another Cup.
Well, we'll see if they can do it. I mean, this is exciting, but it's the start of a journey, a quest, a quest for a parade, a quest for Lord Stanley's Cup back in Colorado. It's one of the most unique experiences of my life, literally. And that back-to-back sequence with the Nuggets, I wanted again so bad for the guys playing, for the community, and for ourselves selfishly. This job becomes better when these teams are good, and that's just the truth. All right, we will circle back to the Avs season opener a little bit later, even this hour. But in the meantime, was Sunday's win over the Eagles truly the best win since Super Bowl 50? We'll take a look at the candidates coming up next.
After 3 bad quarters, the Broncos offense rallied late and took down the Eagles for a signature road win. Can Sean Payton keep the momentum rolling as the team prepares to head overseas? Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Phillip Lindsay here with the one and only Williams Jewelers. And if you're looking for fine jewelry or a great timepiece, just like I was, why not shop where some of the world's leading designers are sold? Williams Jewelers helped me find my new Tudor watch, and they can do the exact same thing for you. And hey, if it's not a Tudor watch that you're looking for, it could be any type of jewelry that you want. Whatever you have on your mind, they will have. And they're going to treat you just like family the minute you step through those doors. They gave me the time I needed to make the right decision for myself, and looking at this beautiful watch today, I made a great decision because of it. And starting from one little store in Inglewood, Williams Jewelers has grown into 2 locations and has become one of the largest fine jewelers in the country. So just like I said earlier, when you step foot into their showroom, you'll feel just like family, and their service is going to reflect that. They are dedicated and they work hard to make sure you're satisfied with your purchase. And not only are they going to share the secrets of the business with you, they're going to give you the best price in Colorado, guaranteed. So why wouldn't you want to create moments and memories for yourself and the ones you love by going to Williams Jewelers, my hometown jeweler. Also the official jeweler of the Colorado Avalanche, Denver's first family of fine jewelers, located in Cherry Creek North on 3rd Avenue and also on Broadway and Bellevue. And don't forget to let them know that Phillip Lindsay sent you when you step through one of those doors.
Halloween's here. Costumes, candy, and maybe a few scares. But nothing scarier than being ghosted by your insurance company after an accident. At Postman Law, we've delivered over $3 billion to our clients, and we make it simple. Speed, ease, results. With free case evaluations and no fee unless we win, you're never left in the dark. Call 844-POSTMAN or visit postmanlaw.com. Others promise. Postman delivers. This is attorney advertising.
You have personal and private wishes. You've revealed that, quite simply, you want peace in your life. My name is Glenn Jameron. I'm president of Alpine Bank, member FDIC. A very wise old man told us how to bring peace into your life. First, fill yourself with caring for yourself, for others. Second, do no harm to yourself, to others. And third, tame your mind, which means stop speculating about what might happen someday. The peace you seek comes from living in the present. It starts in your own home, your own life. You're committed to peace. I realize that Alpine Bank visits with you on a very personal level. I realize that can feel somewhat startling, but it's what friends do. It's a commitment. Alpine Bank, committed to Colorado and you.
Planning out your holiday pictures? Let's move you to the front because at Soda Weight Loss, you could drop the belly fat and gain your confidence back, just like Ramon.
Soda gave me more than a smaller waistline. It gave me back the confidence to wear what I want. No injections, no hunger, just a plan that works.
Right now, the most popular offer of the season is back. Join today and your partner joins free. Visit sodaweightloss.com. That's SOTA weightloss.com.
Who wants the lowest rate for life?
I
do. Everyone does, but it's only U.S. Mortgages. Lock in a low rate today, and if rates fall in the future, we will redo your loan and lower your rate without any lender fees, including the appraisal. There's no limit to the number of times you can do this. Always have the lowest rate for life. Get our 475 5-year fixed rate, 5.89 APR. Call 303-LOW-RATE or online at usmloan.com.
All loans subject to approval and change. See website for complete details. License number 392126.
Hey, Stokely here, and let me tell you, fall golf is the best golf Colorado has to offer, and it's not too late to get fully dialed in for the last few months of the season. At Embers Golf in Westminster, they're not just selling golf clubs, they're crafting a journey for golf lovers like you. It's a boutique-style shop, family-owned, with 2 hitting bays, all the major brands, and fully upgraded custom shafts. Come in for a full bag fitting. Trust me, there's nothing else like it around. Embers Golf, where your golf journey begins.
Get ready for every Broncos game with Super Bowl 50 champion Brandon Marshall as he joins the drive every Friday afternoon at 4:45 exclusively on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Thanks to Corwin Toyota Boulder. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. DenverSports.com and the Denver Sports app. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan presents The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay.
Off and rolling. Here on a Tuesday, October 7th. And a significant day in Denver sports as the Colorado Avalanche do begin their season today. Look at you wearing your Avs gear today.
Look at you with the sweatshirt on. Is that considered a sweatshirt, a sweater? What we going with?
I don't know. I
like it.
I don't think it's a sweatshirt. If you're watching on YouTube or DenverSports.com, it's a Mitchell & Ness like throwback, really sharp.
It's nice.
It's like a hoodie, but like I'm not wearing anything under it. And like a typical hoodie, like I wouldn't wear just like on my skin. It's super thin. It's like, so it's got a hood on, but it's like thin, like, but it's long sleeve. So I don't know what it is. I think it's sweet.
It's stylish.
Got it from the team store at a game last year or the year before, something like that. So we're fired up about it. We're going to talk about it more. I know we led our show with it there. We'll get back to it in dedicated fashion here. You doing okay?
I'm great, man. I'm doing great now. My little one, Sophia, the baby of them, 1 year old. She's just coming off a cold. But the thing about her is she's all about structure. We did the sleep routine thing with her so that we were able to get like a routine down. So she's
like sleep training?
Sleep training.
Oh,
yes,
I remember.
Yes, the sleep training.
So no matter what, you're not going in type deal?
Exactly. And actually she's done a great job. But when she's sick, it kind of messes up the whole schedule. And when she's up, Zach, she's up. And she's up for hours. And so now I'm a professional shusher. So she loves when dad sings to her, but it's not enough anymore. So I have to sing to her, then I have to stay in the room, and I have to go like this for 15 minutes straight. Shh.
Oh yeah.
Shh.
Oh yeah.
Like
yeah.
literally,
yeah.
I need to go get a shush machine.
Yeah,
but she doesn't like it.
White noise, white noise machine.
Well,
both of our kids. Yeah,
we do it. We have the white noise playing, but yet daddy still has to shush. Shh. So I'm there for 15, 20 minutes. 12, 1 o'clock at night, shushing. Everybody's sleeping but me and Sophia.
Yeah, I've been there. One of the best decisions we made as parents was to follow through with the sleep training.
Yes.
When you put them down, and on the first night you say, we'll go in after 10 minutes. The second night, we'll go after 15 minutes. It kind of goes like that. But you get to a point where you're not going in, and they are getting accustomed to just going to sleep. Because if you don't do that, if you don't go through that process, that's tough to go through at the time. You're just asking for way longer of that same similar process.
And there's no now you have the luxury as parents. You put them down at 7, let's say 7:30. That means you have the rest of the time, the rest of the night for just you and your significant other, your wife, your husband, just to enjoy a movie.
Correct.
Enjoy something without the
Correct.
kids being up yelling and screaming. So I'm glad that we did it with Phil and we're doing it with Sophia. And it's been the best thing, like you said, best thing in the world.
No joke. I am called by my wife and her mom and sister and my mom. I'm the sleep Nazi. hey,
I love it.
There's no 7:30. We're getting ready for bed. By 8 o'clock, you will be in bed. That's it. It doesn't matter if it's a weekend or not. Because I want my time.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
And my wife wants her time. So yeah, it's finding your way with all that stuff as a parent is a journey. I've heard the phrase a lot, hey, this is the best win since Super Bowl 50. And I want to talk about if that's actually true. Was Sunday's win over the Eagles truly the best win since Super Bowl 50? And I went back and looked, and I've lived through most of these games. You lived as a player through some of them. And I figured let's just sort of talk about it and through discussion. Because here's the thing, and here's what I've realized just doing this exercise. We just are in the moment, and we have a tendency to forget how we felt 3 years ago about something, 6 years ago about something. And we have this phrase, prisoner of the moment, for maybe moments like this, but maybe not. And maybe this is the best win since Super Bowl 50, but I wanted to have an active discussion on it.
Let's comb through it.
So the 2024 candidate we've already talked about was Tampa Bay. As a touchdown underdog, you were 0-2, basically going to 0-3 in the NFL as a death sentence. They went on the road, and that was the only other signature win of the Sean Payton, Bo Nix era. But moreover, I think we really, really have a tendency to forget how we felt during the 2023 season, which didn't end well, and Russ got benched, and it was calamitous, and there was lawyers and NFLPA and everything involved with
Sean was yelling at Russ. It was just a negative atmosphere for the players, for Russ and Sean, and honestly for the fans.
Yes, but we forget that after a slow start, at one point the Denver Broncos were the hottest team in professional football, the winners of 5 straight, and at one point were beating the Kansas City Chiefs and the Buffalo Bills on the road in back-to-back games.
No, it's insane to even think that, because you're right. I forgot, and you brought it up earlier. We beat the Chiefs, had a bye, and that's when all the commotion went down with Russ. Now, we didn't know about it at the time,
Correct.
but that's where Sean wanted to bench Russ, and
Correct.
Everything went crazy.
Yeah.
You turn around after that bye, get some rest, you go to Buffalo. Zach, you know how hard it is to win in Buffalo. You have the old ladies flipping you off. You have the old ladies jumping off of roofs onto tables with fire on it. But what are we doing over there?
They're crazy.
But Denver goes in there, runs the ball. Now, they didn't do a great job of running, when it comes to the yards, but I want to say Javonte had 20 carries. He had something close to that. He had 20 carries. They were able to control the clock. Cortland Sutton was able to make an amazing touchdown catch.
Yes, he did that
from
day.
Russ. And
yes.
It was like, how the hell did they do that? And our boy Lutz, Lutz was able to get that redo.
Yes, too many men on the field, 12 men on the field.
And we win the game because of it. And everybody's going ballistic and insane. I'm coming in here talking about, Zach, let Russ cook.
Yes, I remember. And the Broncos won that day 24-22. And that was a big deal. And obviously winning in Buffalo is hard. And no one had done it since the Broncos did it that day, week 9 in 2023, until the Patriots just did it on Sunday. That's the gap of time Bills losing at home. So that was a huge, huge win. for the Denver Broncos. And again, 5-game win streak, longest in the NFL at that time, to get back over 500. Because if you remember in that season, they started 1-5.
Oh, yeah.
1-5. Next thing you know, 5-game win streak, you're 6-5. And we felt like everything was out in front of the Broncos at that time.
You're 6-5. This was Sean Payton's first time as the head coach of the Denver Broncos. So we're like, okay, like the Sean Payton effect.
Yeah, he's going to fix Russ.
Exactly. He's fixing Russ. And it was fun. It was fun. We were going back and forth about things. It ended up not being fun. We were 1 game away from the postseason where we had New England upset us.
Yes.
Was it Christmas Eve? Or
it was Christmas Eve. Yep, Christmas Eve.
The Grinch came, took our presents, and it was it for us, and Russ wasn't it, man.
Bailey Zappi starting at quarterback for the Patriots.
Damn Bailey Zappi.
And if you're just joining us, we're trying to come up with candidates that would potentially rival the win on Sunday against the reigning Super Bowl champion Eagles. 2022, that was Russ and Nathaniel Hackett. There's not a candidate that year. 2021, and again, people forget about this. It was week 9, and Dallas was 6-1, and Vic Fangio's Broncos went into Dallas. Denver was 4-4 at the time and upset Dallas. They were like a 9-point underdog, they were a huge underdog, and won outright against Dallas. In 2020, the team started 0-3, never hit 500. 2019, that Drew Lock Houston game. Broncos hang 38 on Houston after Broncos went a full calendar year without scoring more than 24 points. Think about that.
That was Drew's first. I think
it was his first start. I think it was.
It was his first start, and he was a Buzz Lightyear. I was on the team at that time, and we were playing a Houston team that was red hot. They just got done beating New England, who had Tom Brady at the time.
You're on it. Great memory.
That,
yes,
right? They beat Tom Brady. The thing about it was they played Tom and them on a Thursday night, then had to turn back around and play us. So we had a great opportunity to beat Houston because it was that sleepy game that you like to call it, where Houston's on top of the world, but they really don't want to play us. They think they're going to beat us, and you have Drew Lock, who you really can't account for just yet or watch film because there was nothing out there for him. So I remember that game, man. It was fun.
Yep, and Houston was 8-4, and this town was on fire. Broncos finished the season 4 out of their last 5, 4-1 under Drew. So that could potentially be a rival. 2018, I'll go through this real quick. Week 12, we have to remember how we felt when the 7-2 Steelers came into town and got beat by the Denver Broncos.
Shelby Harris.
This was Big Ben. This was Antonio Brown. And the Broncos went on a 3-game win streak, and that was a part of it to get back to 6-6 and potentially make the playoffs. That was this town was on fire at that moment, and that was the breakup of the Steelers, really, after that game. Big Ben and Antonio Brown started going at it in the end zone. 2017, I'll just mention 2 more real quick. 2017, I remember I was at this game. The Broncos won week 1, and Dallas, who had gone 13-3 the year before, came into Denver, and Trevor Siemian threw 4 touchdowns. This is a lot of the bones of Super Bowl 50 was on this team. Vaughn and Akib and so many of those guys, DT, Emmanuel. And I remember we came in on that Monday saying, is the Broncos Super Bowl window still open? And then in 2016, it was the Super Bowl rematch week 1 when they matched up again with the Panthers. Broncos won 21-20. Broncos started 4-0 that year, ended up going 5-7 the rest of the way, and the wheels sort of came off. But those are the games. Those are the games that could be potentially. I was looking for candidates, not just one to knock them off. Is there a win in there? What in the sequence of the last decade that we just went through that is a better win than the Eagles win?
No, Zach. Like thinking about it right now and the hype around Sean Payton and Bo Nix, this elite defense that we have, the pressure that Sean has put on his team when it comes to feeling like this could be a Super Bowl winning team or Super Bowl contender. I mean, this game playing Philly, the Super Bowl champs, and beating them in Philly. Come on, Zach. Like, come on.
I don't think there's a single win bigger, but I do think the sequence of beating Kansas City and then winning in Buffalo was just one notch above. But I can't say any one of those just singular. Because, I mean, maybe beating the Chiefs?
Yeah.
But that sequence of beating Kansas City and then going to Buffalo and winning 5 straight and being the hottest team in the NFL was like that window of time was.
But the expectations during that time, were we thinking Super Bowl on Sean's first year?
Yes.
Were we?
Yes. I mean, the Broncos.
I got a bad memory with the CTE now. I don't remember saying Super Bowl like I've been saying now with Bo Nix and Sean.
Well, Sean wasn't saying it, but like it was Sean Payton's going to come in. That 2022 is a mulligan. Hackett's a clown. Now there's an adult. He's going to fix Russ. That wasn't the real Russ. And they had the same win total. I'll say this. The 2023 Broncos had the same win total, over-under win total, as these Broncos. So, again, then they beat Kansas City and beat Buffalo, and it was like crazy. I mean, edge of your seat. Like, what was next? But any singular win bigger than Philly? It's probably, I have to say, it's probably the biggest win since Super Bowl 50. All right. You can let us know how you feel. RamosLaw.com text line 303-713-1043. We finally saw signs of life on Sunday in an area that desperately needed it. That's next.
The Broncos took down the defending Super Bowl champs in the city of brotherly love. After a bumpy start to the season, as Denver finally found its true team identity. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
What's going on, fellas? I'm here to tell you that Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic are experts in treating low testosterone and other men's sexual health conditions. They successfully treated tens of thousands of men that are dealing with low T, just like you may be dealing with. And a lot of these men have seen amazing differences that those treatments can make in their life. So if you're just like these guys that are dealing with low T, within just a few weeks, you'll feel your energy return, the brain fog will go away, your sleep will improve, as will the workouts. And that sex drive, gentlemen, will be significantly enhanced as well. All I need you to do is take the low T quiz on their website. It's a simple 10-question quiz full of yes or no answers. It takes 2 minutes to do. Then what you're going to do is schedule a consult with Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. They're going to draw your blood and have the results within 30 minutes. They have 5 locations in Colorado to serve you as well, so there are no excuses. I don't want to hear, hey, I don't know where it is, I don't know where to go, or it's too far. Bull crap. There's 5 locations out there: Fort Collins, North Denver, Central Denver, Castle Rock, and Colorado Springs. So give them a call today at 720-440-7900 or visit RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. That's RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
The IRS finally caught up with Louie.
I hadn't paid my taxes in 8 years. I owed the IRS a lot of money.
Louie was in deep trouble.
We're going to take your house, put a lien on your bank account, garnish your pay. They don't care. They're going to take your paycheck.
Louie found out about Optima Tax Relief, the leading tax resolution firm. A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, they've resolved over $1 billion for their clients.
Optima Tax, they helped me. They calmed me down. They made me feel comfortable, and I trust them.
Louie has a lot to be thankful for.
I don't owe the IRS anymore, and I'm able to live a comfortable life, a lot better life. It was because of Optima Tax.
For tax help you can trust, call Optima now for a free consultation. Take it from Louie.
If you owe the IRS, don't go it alone. Give Optima Tax a call. They can help you.
Call 800-783-8055. That's 800-783-8055. 800-783-8055.
Optima Tax Relief.
Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
You worked hard for your 401k, but if you've left your job, your money might be sitting in the wrong hands. I'm Jeff Jr. with Trajan Wealth, and it's very possible that the 401k that you have had for years has hidden fees and limited investment choices. But if you're no longer with the company, that 401k may be at the mercy of your former employer. All of these things could be costing you thousands. Rolling over your 401k into an IRA can provide better investment options that align with your long-term goals. At Trajan Wealth, we're fiduciary advisors that are held to a higher standard with no hidden agenda and no hidden fees. Don't let your retirement dollars sit in an old plan, and don't roll it over to your new plan without consulting Trajan Wealth first. Call Trajan today at 720-405-3300. That's 720-405-3300.
Advisory services are offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
As days get shorter and roads get busier, fall brings more accidents. If you've been injured, Postman Law is here to help. No fees unless we win. Call 844-POSTMAN. Postman delivers. This is attorney advertising.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just 1 cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here. Based on analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025, Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 a monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
Football is here, and Fitness Gallery's fall football sale is your playbook for a winning home gym. Save up to 50% off on select premium equipment. Visit any of our 7 stores from Denver to Fort Collins and score big before the sale ends.
At Ameristar, the best memories don't trend, they last. They're stories we're still telling 20 years later, like winning big at a table with your closest friends, or going all out on a night you hope lasts forever. Like watching your team clinch the playoffs on a giant screen, or stepping away for a weekend you'll never forget. Whatever you do it for the memories, and we'll do everything we can to make them last. Ameristar Blackhawk. Come visit or book your next memories at AmeristarBlackhawk.com. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call or text 1-800-GAMBLER.
Macy's Backstage is a whole department inside your Macy's store where you can find the latest looks all for under $30. With new arrivals every day, you never know what you'll find. Find a location at Macy'sBackstage.com.
You're listening to The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
We finally saw signs of life on Sunday in an area that desperately needed it. We finally saw Evan Ingram contribute. It almost comes as, if I'm being honest, it almost comes as a relief as much as it comes from like a place of great excitement.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. It's been that was 5 games, so it took them 4 games to really get Evan Ingram out there on the field and going. And to be honest, did he really get going, or was he like the third option that Bo Nix was able to read and say, okay, my first one's not there, second one doesn't look good, let me go ahead and get Evan Ingram more involved because he's wide open.
Yeah. I'll say this, like, I definitely hear what you're saying, but you and walking in your running back shoes, if you didn't have a touchdown through the first 4 weeks, would you care that it came from a 1-yard Dalton Reiser's got to power slam you through the end zone again, and it's also it's got to get reviewed, it's debated, we're not even sure you're in there, but they gave it to you. It's like
no, for sure. It's about just getting over the hump, like finally getting through that end zone, the pylon, and saying, okay, I can do it still. Giving the coach a little confidence that, okay, yeah, you're ready to go. Giving your quarterback, your young quarterback, confidence that, hey, I can go to you in the red zone, which you should be doing anyway, but just reassuring that, hey, I can do this. I can catch the football. I can break a tackle. I'm big. I'm long. I'll dive in there, get the touchdown, and, hey, we win because of it. Evan Ingram was a big part and big reason why we were able to win because he scored a touchdown.
Yep.
And it was good for Bo to be able to get to his third read because, let's be real, it wasn't Bo Nix's first read on Evan Ingram's touchdown. It was the third read where it's like nobody's there. Evan Ingram leaks out late and gets the touchdown because of it.
Yeah, and even then it was close. They were looking at the replay like, did anything come down before the nose of the ball crossed the line? And it's so crazy how just scoring a touchdown changes the shape of your day. And this goes with a sack or an offensive lineman giving up a sack. How about the difference of 4 receptions for 29 yards compared to 4 receptions for 33 yards and a touchdown? That's the last 2 weeks for Ingram. So one day, 4 touchdowns, 29 yards. Man, where is Ingram? Next game, 4 receptions, 33 yards, 4 more yards, but a touchdown. And it's like, man, the Joker's here.
Well, I was going to ask you. Can we call him the Joker right now?
Nope.
You was ready for that one.
Nope.
Why? I mean, Sean said he was the Joker. Evan Ingram posted a Joker face.
Yeah.
The whole camp, we talked about the Joker, Evan Ingram. He's going to get involved the first day of camp. Bo Nix got Evan Ingram going, The first day of OTAs, Bo Nix got Evan Ingram going. But now you're saying we can't call him the Joker?
You have to earn that title. Like, Sean says a lot. And athletes can get excited and post a GIF.
Yeah. Like
the Joker, saying, here we go, hanging out of the car. And that stuff's great. Like, it's off-season excitement. It's great. Always, always, always actions over words. Always. And so Sean can tell me about this is it's hard. It's as hard to find someone like Evan Ingram as it is to find the Loch Ness Monster, according to George Payton. But I got to see it. And I'm not seeing enough of the sustainability. They are trying to get him involved, and it's just not working.
Whoa, are they though?
I think so.
When he steps foot on that football field, teams already know what's getting ready to happen.
Sure.
He's not going to block. So you know right there as a defense, hey, it's going to be a pass play or a play action. They're either going to try to do an outside run or they're going to fake the run, play action.
Sure.
So now as a defense, you're stepping back like it's 7-on-7. But also when you're going through these games, someone like Adam Trotman is playing more than you. Throughout all 5 games, even against the Eagles, Adam Trotman had 31 snaps, Evan Ingram had 30, and Nate Atkins had 27 snaps, and he was coming out of concussion protocol.
Yep.
So is that on Evan Ingram, though? Because you're paying Evan Ingram a pretty penny to be out there, but yet he's only out there not even half the time. He can run every route in the route tree. You can line him up at receiver. He can be a threat. We've seen it throughout camp, but yet he's sitting there on the sideline. He can't put himself in the game. So is that his fault, or is that more on Sean not getting him involved?
Well, I think it's a little bit of both. Obviously, you're factual on the snap count stuff. There's no refuting that. But also, I would say, do the Broncos throw it more or do they run it more through 5 games?
They throw it.
So why is the snap count so low? He is a pass-catching tight end. And this is also goes to show you about actions over words always. So when he's at the podium in OTAs and it's how much I love to block and I'm a willing blocker, and then I'm told by some coaches, man, he's a better blocker than you think, but then the actions say he's not involved in any run plays, sort of just.
But see, this is where, as a player, the NFL coaches, they put you in a box. They have a vision for everybody out there. They're trying to utilize everybody to their strength. Adam Trotman is not a receiver tight end kind of guy. He's not going out there and running the route.
He's capable if he's wide open, yes. Or once in a while he'll make a play.
Exactly. But he's there to block. Evan Ingram, his strength is to run routes, get the separation. That's what he has done for his career. He's not a strong run blocker. But at some point, in order to get everybody involved, you have to be in there long enough. Even though you're not strong at run blocking, tailor things towards him. Whether it's pullers getting out there to help him out, whether it's the quick game, even some trap plays where you have these quick handoffs with the guards pulling really, really fast and the center closing down. I know I'm doing some language talk right there, football X's and O's, but something to keep him in the game so that he can get into a rhythm. And so defenses can start to forget about him a little bit, and that's where he can start opening up and having more explosive plays. See, Zach, I want to be like, hey, this is on Evan Ingram, but I'm not ready to say that. Yeah, I'm not ready to call Evan Ingram the Joker yet, but this is on Sean. You guys made a big deal out of bringing Evan Ingram in here. You didn't draft a tight end because you guys have Evan Ingram, and yet he's barely on the football field, and when he's on the football field, he's not the number 1 read. Something has to give at some point.
It's a really good conversation. We're continuing to explore this conversation. We'll circle back to it because I have some audio and some follow-up questions I want to get to. But in the meantime, tonight we begin a quest. We've waited 156 days to start. It's coming up next.
After 3 bad quarters, the Broncos offense rallied late and took down the Eagles for a signature road win. Can Sean Payton keep the momentum rolling as the team prepares to head overseas? Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textingterms.us. Texting enrolls you for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply. Replace stop, opt out. Terms and conditions apply to the earnings promotion.
Do you have caregiving experience as a parent, teacher, nanny, coach, or in another similar role? Hop Skip Drive is looking for experienced caregivers who want to help students in their community by driving them to and from school. Earn up to $50 per ride with Hop Skip Drive's welcome promotion, all while helping your community. If you have your own vehicle that is no more than 10 years old, a clean driving record, and at least 5 years of caregiving experience, you could become a Hop Skip Drive care driver. Just text STUDENT to 323232 to get started right now. Hop Skip Drive gives you the flexibility to set your own schedule and earn competitive pay. It's simple. Drive in your free time and make a real difference for students right in your neighborhood. Don't wait. Text STUDENT to 323232 right now. Text STUDENT to 323232 and start earning up to $50 per ride during Hop Skip Drive's welcome promotion period. That's STUDENT to 323232. Text STUDENT to 323232 now.
Brandon Stokel here from my team, ROX Rocks Heating and Air. Do you need a new furnace, air conditioner, or heat pump? ROX Rocks Heating and Air makes it incredibly easy with their new, free, no obligation online heating and cooling quote. It takes less than 5 minutes and gives you options instantly. No calls, no waiting, and transparent pricing. Only at ROX Rocks Heating and Air. Now play that jingle.
HVAC service, installation, repair. ROX Rocks Heating and Air.
Hi, this is Dr. Joel Cherdak from Denver Regenerative Medicine. When it comes to healing, there's no one-size-fits-all. Every patient receives a unique treatment plan designed just for them. We use either your own stem cells or carefully selected donor cells to treat degenerative joints, torn muscles and ligaments, and even back injuries. Our goal is lasting healing without unnecessary surgery. And right now, we're offering 10% off treatments through October. Schedule your free consultation today at DenverRegen.com. That's DenverRegen.com.
Hey, it's Mike Evans. Restore your bald spot, reverse your receding hairline, or add volume to thinning hair with the same simple one-day treatment I receive from Dr. Tanya Pauls of Advanced Hair. Your own natural hair begins regrowing the very next day, and your new hair is guaranteed to grow. Advanced Hair has changed tens of thousands of lives, including mine. For your free consultation, $250 off and 250 free hair grafts, call 720-459-HAIR, advancedhair.com.
More than a few of our patients have talked to me about their first time, but it's not the first time you're probably thinking about. It's the first time that erectile dysfunction ruined the moment. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and if you're over 50, it's likely you've had that first time yourself. But the good news is that if you're like most men, that first time can be the last time that ED impacts your sex life. At the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, we're experts in treating ED. We've treated tens of thousands of men using protocols with success rates well over 90%. And those treatments have, in most cases, made sex great again for both them and their partners. You could even find that you're performing like you haven't in years. So if ED has been affecting your intimacy, it's time to make the last time that happens, the last time that happens. For just $99, you'll receive blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. We have 5 offices across the Front Range to serve you.
Bonnie from O'Meara Ford has convinced me they really want to earn your business. So, talk to me, Bonnie.
Well, O'Meara has over 1,000 vehicles to choose from. Plus, we have the largest service center in the region with 84 service bays. And we've sold 1 million vehicles since 1913. Our friendly staff will treat you right. And when it comes to repairs, our knowledgeable technicians do it right the first time.
There it is. O'Meara saves you time and money, whether you buy new or used. O'MearaFord.com.
Stay up to date on the Broncos with our 9 News Broncos insider Mike Kliss. Presented by Fitness Gallery. Hear the latest from every practice and every game every single week during football season. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan. It's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Tonight we begin a quest that we have waited 156 days to start and to discuss it in dedicated fashion. It is a friend and sometimes frenemy of this show. It is the scrappy one, the scrapster, Scrap Peterson. What up, Will?
What up, boys? How we doing?
Doing good. How are you, man?
I'm great. I'm very excited that hockey is back.
tonight.
Me too. We're fired up. Puck. Well, on paper, 8:30. It'll be closer to 8:50. It's maddening for someone like myself. There are so many layers to this. Like if you wanted to do the 3 biggest questions, the 5 biggest questions, the 10 biggest questions, you could do all of it because there's so many layers of interest with this team. If I gave you a blank canvas and said, what is for Will Peterson the number one storyline coming into tonight is?
Tonight or the whole season? Because I got 2 different answers for you.
Hit them both.
Tonight, it's definitely the health of Gabe Landeskog. Guys, I'm going to be watching number 92 like a hawk. And it's going to be that way for about a month. Because when you tune in the game tonight, you're just going to watch Nathan. You're going to watch Kale, right? We've gotten used to that. We're spoiled to that. I'm going to watch 29 and 8. 92, I get he was great in the playoffs, but I'm going to have eyes on him, and I think most Avs fans are. How's he moving? Every time he takes a big hit into the boards, how's that look? Does he get up? Keeping my fingers crossed he's going to be fine. I think he will. I think he proved that last year. But the first month, to me, is about Gabe. On the season, though, it's just cup or bust. And I get it feels a little deja vu because we've had those conversations
for years now.
To the last couple of years.
Yeah.
But they did have excuses. They had built-in excuses the last 3 years. Nichushkin twice, Landeskog throughout it the whole time as well. This year, there's just no excuses. And I sit there yesterday talking to Jared Bednar and Chris McFarland, and I'm wondering, is this the last season opening press conference these two are going to have? And I think it's a fair question. Now, I'm hoping that's not the case because if we do it again next year, that means the Avs either won the Cup or got very, very far into the postseason. But legitimately, I worry about the future of the head coach and or the GM if this season doesn't get to where we want to. So short-term Gabe, long-term massive expectations. How's that affect the man behind the bench and the front office?
Well, when you talk about Gabe, because I'm with you on that, everything is about Gabe for this first game. What's your expectations with Gabe this season? Are you okay with the load management if that ends up happening? Like, what's your expectation?
You know, I'm going to take the Avs at their word that there is no restrictions, is no load management. I think Gabe playing 70-plus games is firmly in play, and we may look back on that take as poor. May look back on it as, well, he only gave him 40, but he was ready for the playoffs. I'd be fine with either scenario, but I'm just taking their words. Gabe wants to play. Jared Bednar wants him to play. They're full go with this guy. He's ready. He finally did get the right surgery. The recovery did happen, and he thinks he can do the grind. Whether or not that happens remains to be seen, but guys, I'm not using kid gloves on him because the organization isn't using kid gloves. They have high expectations for him. This is no longer just a feel-good story. This is a help the hockey team win type player.
I really hope they manage him. I do not want to see Gabe Landeskog playing 75 regular season games before the season really starts in the playoffs, but we can see that differently because I understand what you're saying too. I just happen to disagree a little bit. I am so anxious to see what this complement of characters looks like from the start. The Avs overhauled their team a year ago in the most dramatic fashion that you will literally see in the NHL. Like, I think there was 12 other instances ever that overhauled a roster 50% from the start of the season, like tonight, comparatively to the start of the postseason. And the teams that had done that, 9 of the 12 times, were bounced in the first round of the playoffs. So there's some built-in stuff there. I don't like it as an excuse because you were right there from beating Dallas. But there's enough there to say, okay, what could this look like over the course of a season? Also with the improved goaltender situation. Because we have to remember, this time last year, the Avs played Vegas to start the season. They gave up 8 goals. They played Columbus in Game 2. They gave up 6. They played the Islanders. They gave up 6. They played the Bruins. They gave up 5. This team was 0-4 and had to beat Anaheim in overtime for their first win of the season.
Who was that goalie? Who was between the pipes at that time?
Forgiev. And so, like,
crazy.
And who was being talked about of being sent down to the Rochester Americans.
He got placed on waivers by the Sabres today.
It's just unbelievable. I grew up watching the Rochester Americans in Albany. So that's where the goaltending situation was. And so I want to see, long-winded way of asking, what does this look like with the improved goaltending situation and the roster that they finished with this season from the start?
Yeah, it's a valid question, and obviously Mackenzie Blackwood is dealing with a little something. He's not in Los Angeles with the team. He's not going to start tonight. Scott Wedgwood will be between the pipes, but obviously we feel a lot better about Wedgwood and Blackwood than we did about Georgiev and Ananen. And I asked Chris McFarland about that yesterday. Zach, are you excited that this is the core you want to go pursue the cup with? You're not going to have to make 8-9 trades. And he told me, well, it's hockey and anything can happen. So he sort of sidestepped it. But I bet if you had a Sean Payton latte with Chris McFarland, he would tell you he's glad he can sit back this year. this is his masterpiece. He's painted it, and now it's up to the guys to go do it. He's not making 8 trades. He's not making 4 trades. He might make 1 or 2 trades. That's going to be his role as Avalanche general manager this year. And you're right. He's sort of pushed his chips all in with this core, and it may ultimately decide whether he's the Avs GM for the next decade or if he's not the Avs GM next year.
Well, we have to talk about it. Netches.
This storyline to me is fascinating.
Yeah.
Sorry, keep
No,
going.
you're good, Netches. I mean, career high in points last season, 83 points. Now, I know that he spent half his time with Carolina and the other half, or more time with Carolina, and then he was with the Avs. The expectations, even with him, having a full season with that front line with Nathan McKinnon, maybe he has that Nathan McKinnon bump. Maybe he gets to 100 points this year. What are you thinking, man? We know that he has to play well in order for this team to go far and have aspirations of holding up that cup. But for you, what are you thinking knowing that Mikko was a part of this trade with Marty Netches?
Yeah, it's huge that he has a big season because there were a lot of whispers and reports this offseason that he wasn't happy in Colorado, and I give Marty Netches a lot of credit.
Hold on. There was a report, not a lot of reports. There was a report, which he refuted.
There was one on the record report, and then there was whispers off the record. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
But you're right. The one from Sportsnet was the one that everyone kind of cited.
Yes, and I remember asking our staff here, have you guys ever heard of this guy? No, everyone said no. So, but technically, you're right. Keep going.
Okay. I give Marty Netches credit for shooting all those down, Zach. That's what I'm saying. I'm coming around to.
Yeah.
He could have easily come out and said, "Well, we just got to see how this contract thing plays out." He has said multiple times into microphones, "I don't know where the report came from. I'm happy here. I want to be here, and my agent's working on it."
Sure.
He has said all the right things. The problem is he's going in the last year of his deal, and we can't do the whole Mikko, are they going to trade him? Is he going to walk thing again? They have to get pen to paper sooner rather than later. And I think Connor McDavid did the Avalanche a huge favor yesterday.
I think so too, yeah.
He took $12.5 million.
Unbelievable.
A lot of money in the real world. Not a lot of money for the best player in the league when Kaprizov's getting $17 million from the Wild.
The best player in the league plays here in Denver. Sorry, keep going.
True. Second best player in the league. My fault.
All right.
You're right.
Well,
I would take
today, buddy.
I can't. I would take McKinnon over McDavid.
We could do this for another hour. Sorry, keep going.
I got all afternoon, Zach. But they got to do it before 2026. New Year's Eve, kind of my deadline. Sort of deadline that I think the Avs will probably want to is we can't let this thing bleed into January as that trade deadline starts to creep up. But by McDavid taking 12.5, what's Netches? Half the player McDavid? Okay, 6.25. Now, he's never going to accept that. I get that. That's not going to happen. But
11?
But Connor took 12.5. Marty, we'd really like to do 9. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like there's some.
You can say Kaprizov did to 17, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like we have 2 deals in the last week that are like sort of muddying the waters in completely opposite ends of the spectrum.
But there's some give and take there. And I think if you're the Avalanche, you are going to play a little bit of hardball for at least these first couple months. And we all know how that goes. If he has a slow start, that helps the Avs. If he has a fast start, that helps the Netches camp. Outside of Gabe Landeskog, Phil, I'm with you. Number 1 player to watch. How does he look with this contract situation looming? Because he could either make himself a lot of money or cost himself a lot of money.
Man, oh man, oh man. I have to just say this on the record before we shift gears. I hate that this Netches thing is going into the season. I hate it. I hate it so much because if he starts fast, and I expect he's going to.
You know what it's going to remind you of? As a football, as Nick Bonito. Like finding a way to get that contract done was the smartest thing George did.
Yeah. And I have a feeling, like, why would he's not incentivized to sign? And if this bleeds into, now you're in the same situation as the Mikko thing last year.
Yeah.
I can't stand it. I can't stand it.
So are you saying McFarland's a little asleep at the wheel on this one, or what?
No. I think that there is real context for both arguments on each side of it. And especially with these new deals that just got done this past week. And if you don't have a deal here in the season starting, now they said, he and his camp said that they'll continue to negotiate in a way that Mikko's camp didn't a year ago. If you're in a contract year and you're playing your best hockey, and I think Netches is going to go for 100 points this year, why would you sign? Why would you sign early?
But is it the reason why you feel that way about the 100 points? Is it because of the team he's on and Nathan McKinnon being on that front line?
Both. The style of hockey that's played here in Colorado is more suited to his game, in my opinion. Not in Carolina. So I think you're going to see the best version of himself based on the familiarity that he built with this group a year ago. I just can't stand that a similar situation. I can see it. It's forming right here in front of us. 30 seconds. Anything else on that situation?
Yeah, I think they're in a tricky spot because They don't want to do this again. They don't want to have to overhaul the roster again. But much like Miko, we just don't know if Netch's camp is throwing out a ridiculous price that the Avalanche think we got to pay Cale Makar next summer. We can't quite get there. Because remember, next summer is the summer of Cale, and you have to make sure he finishes his career, or at least most of his career with the Avs. He's getting a mega extension, and Marty Netch's maybe is holding that up if he's asking for too much.
I love giving you hell. You are one of my favorite guys to talk Avalanche hockey with, and you do a great job covering the team, and I look forward to another season here.
I appreciate it, guys. Cale Makar told me yesterday he's Bo Nick's ride or die. We're just getting that on the record.
I love it. All right, and by the way, we have a little bit of a response from the Denver Broncos on social media to what the Avalanche players did last week. We'll tell you about that. Also, something within the Broncos offense is emerging, and if it's embraced, could unlock a new ceiling. Details next.
The Broncos took down the defending Super Bowl champs in the city of brotherly love. After a bumpy start to the season, as Denver finally found its true team identity. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
It's back. Football is back, Broncos country, which means summer is almost over. And that means it's time for game days. Whether you're heading to Empower Field or traveling to Boulder to cheer on Coach Prime and the Buffs, you got to get there in style and on time. So let my friends at Hermes Worldwide handle the traffic and parking, and you handle the rest, which means have as much fun as possible and make as many memories as you can. So let Hermes Worldwide get you to and from the game safe. All you need to do is call Hermes Worldwide at 303-577-7600 or visit ridehermes.com/DenverSports to book your next ride today.
You've got your whole life ahead of you, so choose a Medicare plan you can count on. And that's what you get with a Medicare Advantage plan from United Healthcare. With more than 45 years experience serving its members, United Healthcare has plans with low monthly premiums that fit your life today and as your needs change tomorrow. The Medicare annual enrollment period ends December 7th, so go to uhc.com/Medicare today. United Healthcare Medicare plans. It's Medicare coverage Colorado can count on.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here from my friends at Xfinity, and the other day I'm over at a friend's place. He's pumped to watch football, but his setup, total mess. Lagging, buffering, switching between apps, trying to find a game. He claimed to be a big fan, but I feel like I was being fan-fished. See, if you call yourself a football fan, you gotta have Xfinity. It's the ultimate sports destination. I can find the best games and my favorite teams all in one place. And the way I watch, well, it's next level. It's the perfect fan flex. I've got all the action right in my living room, plus Xfinity's best picture and sound with enhanced 4K, so clear it feels like I'm in the stadium. Sometimes I've got 4 games going on at once. Why? Because why not? On top of that, I get real-time notifications, live stats right on my TV. It's the best seat in the house every single time. Next game day, make sure that big fan isn't a big fail. Learn more at Xfinity.com. Xfinity, imagine that. Restrictions apply. Multi-view requires Xfinity 4K cable TV box.
Hi, I'm Terrell Davis, 2-time world champion and Pro Football Hall of Famer. There is nothing more important than your health. That's why I made the smart move to invest in fitness equipment with Fitness Gallery. It's a game changer. I have a true treadmill at home. It's the smoothest and quietest I've ever been on.
Football is here, and Fitness Gallery's fall football sale is your playbook for a winning home gym. Save up to 50% off on select premium equipment. Visit any of our 7 stores from Denver to Fort Collins and score big before the sale ends.
Thinking about buying a home in Colorado? You're not the only one, and now might be your best shot. We're officially in a buyer's market, which means you've got the upper hand. More homes are on the market, competition is down, and serious deals are out there just waiting to be found. Whether you're a first-time buyer or looking to upgrade or downsize, now's the time to get pre-approved. And American Financing can make that happen in 24 hours or less. And here's the kicker. When you work with both American Financing and their partner American Home Agents, you can receive a credit on closing costs of up to 1% or a max of $10,000 on your home loan. If you've been sitting on the sidelines, it's time to step in, and American Financing is the place to start. Don't let the 20% down myth stop you. You could buy a home with as little as 3% down, and with down payment assistance programs available, getting into a home might be easier than you think. Pick up the phone, call them at 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000, or visit them online at AmericanFinancing.net. NMLS 182334, NMLSConsumerAccess.org.
Whatever you're looking for when you head out into the wild, keep an open mind. Sometimes the real treasure is the journey itself. Sure enough, there's treasure out there. Sometimes it's something you didn't expect to find. And more often than not, it's as simple as the memories you make. Make some memories of your own with a new vehicle from Corwin Toyota. Family driven for over 100 years.
Be advised, this is your opportunity to save up to 40 to 80% on a hot tub or swim spa. This weekend only, Friday through Sunday, National Western Complex. Be advised, this is your opportunity to save up to 40 to 80% on a hot tub or swim spa. This weekend only, Friday through Sunday, National Western Complex. 18-month interest-free financing. Our factories have demanded we sell 1,000 hot tubs and swim spas this weekend. National Western Complex. Huge factory incentives, factory rebates, this weekend only. National Western Complex. We can remove your old hot tub. Free delivery of your new hot tub. Hot tub starting at $2,999. National Western Complex. Free delivery of your new hot tub. Just relax and enjoy. National Western Complex. Friday, 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. Saturday, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Sunday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Free admission, free parking, free delivery. National Western Complex. Call 833-SPA-SALE or visit hottubandswimspasale.com.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. You're listening to Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan. Leading off with a big story of the day, here's The Drive with Zach By and Denver, Colorado's own Phillip Lindsay.
1 hour in the books. Quicker than a New York minute. Woo! Man, that first hour was literally like a blur.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Literally like a blur.
Time flies when you're having fun, Zach.
That's what they say, man, and that was a fun first hour, I can tell you. And, man, I'm just so fired up for the start of this Avalanche season.
I just love when you and Will just go at it. Like, you just wait for Will to say something you don't like. No. He's second best.
I believe – well, I'm not even getting –
Uh-oh.
I will oftentimes, in my opinion, views the Avs through the lens of whatever agenda that he is currently on. And so he and I have gone at it through the years, and last year was certainly spicy. And
It was.
It's going to be another fun year, man. I can't wait. I will tell you, this morning when I woke up,
Let me guess. You took a piss?
I did.
Didn't brush your teeth yet?
Nope.
And you hit on something?
Yes. I bet the Avalanche to Dante, you got something?
Super side note, but do you guys brush your teeth right away or just right before you leave the house?
I brush my teeth before I leave the house.
So
I do
brush
too.
my teeth right away.
See, my brother's like that, and he was telling me I'm supposed to do it that way. And I was like, no, I'm just going to do it right before I leave.
I'm sure you are supposed to do it when you wake up. I do it. I think I brush my teeth before I leave the house. And then I try to do it in the evenings.
Yeah.
Right?
Like, why not?
Twice a day, right? That's good?
Yeah, try was a little weird word choice there, Zach.
Well, there's a lot of nights I just go to sleep without doing it. You know, so there.
When's the last time you went to a dentist? Because if you have no cavities, you're in good shape.
Yeah, maybe like a year ago. No cavities. I floss and brush every single day. So, and then do the little mouthwash stuff, little green alcohol stuff.
Fresh into the breath.
That's all.
Breath freshener.
But I woke up this morning, I took a leak, brought my daughter to school, ate some breakfast, and bet the Avalanche at 9-1 to win the Stanley Cup, and put a uncomfortable amount of money on the over 104 points on the season. So,
Zach, make sure your wife's not listening right now.
She can listen. It's already punched in.
It's already
You're not
in.
putting that toothpaste back in the tube, babe. Speaking of toothpaste, so yeah, I'm really, really, really excited for this season. Something within the offense is emerging, and if it's embraced with the Broncos, it could unlock a new ceiling for this football team. Before we get to that conversation, it's been some scuttlebutt this week with the Colorado Avalanche and what they did with their players having them wear Rams jerseys.
Yeah.
You and I didn't think it was a big deal.
No, they were in L.A., the boss, the head man in charge. He owns the L.A. Rams. So you have to play nice. You have to wear what the boss wants you to wear.
And it pissed off a lot of people. Some people disagreed with your take there that, hey, the boss can have you wear something during work hours, but this was, all this stuff. But you and I agree. It's not that big of a deal. There's context. I understand why it happened. Doesn't mean it's my favorite thing that's happened, but I get it. And it's not that serious. It's sports, okay? But the Broncos, 34 minutes ago on social media, said good luck to the season. Good luck this season to the Avalanche - our favorite hockey team with a little winky face, and have a picture of Cale Makar and PS2 doing a jersey swap.
Oh man, they're taking shots.
It's just a subliminal little jab.
Yeah,
of like, hey, we may not be your favorite, but you're our favorite, and we're taking the high ground here.
Now, I
type
will
deal.
say though, like it was Kale. Was it Gabe too, or was it Nate Dogg? They came, both of them, all of them actually came out and said, like, hey, like we want the Denver Broncos to win.
Yes,
it's our team.
I promise it's not that. There's a phrase. You ever heard this phrase? When in Rome.
Yes.
When in Rome, you what? When in Rome, do as the Romans do. Your boss was taking care of you. You were at a Rams game. He had these jerseys tailored for each of your numbers that you wear on your hockey sweater. It's all good. It ain't that. Life is too short. We got too much serious stuff going on in the world for people to be upset over this.
Now, I will say this, for me specifically, I've been on 4 other teams, Miami, the Colts, Houston. I have all like the team issue gear and all that, but I don't ever wear it because I'm here in Denver now. I'm here in Denver. I was a Denver Bronco. Like, I feel like that's where I had my success, was in Denver.
Sure.
But every once in a while, I might slip on something because it's like some free sweats.
Yeah.
It's Lululemon. Like, why would I not? Although it has a Miami Dolphin logo, I'm still going to wear it.
Dude, you played for the Dolphins. You should be able to wear the Dolphins gear if you want to, especially if you're just bombing around the house.
That's it.
Put on some sweats or something like
Go
that.
to Lowe's, pick out something, get some more props for Halloween. I got my Dolphin stuff on.
Where are we at with the blow-ups? Do you do blow-ups?
I do. I have the werewolf. I have Frankenstein. We're talking about the Halloween stuff,
yes,
right?
Yes.
Yeah. Right there, some skeletons. My son wants more, but that stuff's expensive. It's like $300, $400 for it.
Dude.
What are we doing?
And we'll get to the Broncos stuff real quick. My kids, 7 and 3, are obsessed with blow-ups. And I live in a suburban neighborhood, and all these houses do it. I mean, we live in a great neighborhood for doing trick-or-treating, and we're like going outside when I get home, and we're like walking down the street. I'm like looking at all these blow-ups, and they're asking for the blow-ups. There's nothing wrong with blow-ups. But for me and my wife, we haven't done it for us. My wife will do she'll put out like pumpkins and like fall stuff. Yeah. Like that's a little bit festive, but not like the blow-ups. But man, they're wearing on us.
Oh, you're being peer pressured into it.
Yeah, peer pressured by a 7 and a 3-year-old. Whose combined age is 10. And I'm like,
get them one blow up.
We might eventually have to do these blow ups.
Just one time.
We'll see.
One of them.
We'll
get
see.
A ghost.
Okay, something within the Broncos offense is emerging. And if it's embraced, it could unlock a new ceiling. And I'm being as serious as a heart attack about this. Do we realize that the Broncos have the 4th best rushing attack in the National Football League, averaging more than 140 yards per game on the ground?
Shocker, Zach. Shocker. An offensive line you're paying a lot of money for. A lot of them like to run block. I know for sure Garrett Bowles likes to run block. When Ben Powers was healthy, he was predicated towards just running the ball. McGlinchey does a better job of getting downhill. Any lineman that's 300 pounds, and you're telling them to help, and they call it sometimes deuce blocking. Right, where 2 linemen get together, they double team, and then one works up to the linebacker, and that's when you're able to have the explosive runs. Any lineman wants to go get into somebody, be physical, double team, and then move up to the second level to help their running back out. It's the easiest thing to do for a lineman that's 300 or 320 pounds. So finally, we're able to do that, and we have a running back there by the name of J.K. Dobbins, who fits this scheme, this system well, and he's having confidence, and he's having a good year right now.
Really good year.
Things are just working for them. So I'm not shocked. None of us should be shocked. I'm more shocked that Sean didn't do this earlier with this unit, because this unit has been together for a couple years now. And now all of a sudden we're starting to do it.
The Broncos are averaging as a team 5 yards per carry. 5th best in the NFL. So 4th best in terms of yards per game. Top 5 in yards per carry. The Broncos have ran for a minimum of 118 yards in every single game. I mean, that is, and again, like, are we, midway through the year? No, not yet. But 5 games is nothing to, like, sneeze at. So I think it's a legitimate enough sample size to start looking at these numbers. And then you look at what they did against Philly. They ran it 19 times for 94 yards in just the second half. And after 5 games, Dobbins, 402 yards, 5th in the National Football League on 77 carries, which is 10th. So he's got the 10th most carries, but the 5th
That's what you love.
most yards. And so
less carries, more yards. That's when you know that you're a good running back. That's when you know that you have it going on. When you have less carries, but you're able to be explosive with those carries for more yards. I'm going to put you on the spot real fast before you keep going.
Yeah.
You said Dobbins is 5th right now in rushing.
Mm-hmm.
Who's number 4? There's a reason why I'm asking you this.
Is it Javonte Williams?
Javonte Williams.
Yeah.
I can't believe that. Javonte has, I want to say, 447 yards. Now,
Yeah,
you can correct me on that.
Yes,
around
no.
that.
I'm pulling it up right now. 447 yards.
Has multiple touchdowns.
He's got 3
it
touchdowns.
He has it going on right now. Like it's crazy how a system or somebody loving you up, it can go a long way. So like I just had to put it out there. There's a lot of people. We were down on Javonte. Javonte didn't look good.
Yeah, how could you have not have been down on Javonte if you're just reacting to what we are watching over the course of a sample size of like 2 years?
But now, I mean, he's 4th in rushing. J.K. Dobbins is trying to catch him.
No, you know who's 4th in rushing is Travis Etienne after last night.
Oh, that's right.
Javonte Williams is actually 3rd in the NFL.
He's 3rd?
He's 3rd in rushing yards. Think about that. He's looking up at only James Cook in Buffalo and your former teammate Jonathan Taylor.
Ooh.
And here's the crazier thing.
Javonte's like, how do you like them apples?
Here's the crazier thing, dude, is that Javonte Williams in 5 games has 3 plays that have gone for 20 yards or more. He went over 350 carries in Denver without having a play that went for 22 yards. And he's got a 30-yard run against the Giants. He's got a 22-yard run against the Bears. And I can't believe this. He had a 66-yard run against the Jets on Sunday and ran for $135.
Well, like,
what is happening?
System. A perfect fit for Dallas' system. The power play, getting downhill. Dak Prescott having a great year so far, and I know it's been 5 or 6 games for them, but
he's been great.
He has been. That opens up the pass game. It opens up the run game as well, because now for a defense, it's like Dak is going to get his yards. We have to stop him. So you don't have as many people in the box. And so it's all about system, and the system here in Denver fits J.K. Dobbins, and that's why he's having success. You said Javonte went for over 100 yards against the Jets?
Yeah.
Oh, JK's licking his chops right now, because it's like, what am I getting ready to do?
Ooh.
What am I getting ready to do?
Party time.
Uh-oh. But now my question to you is this, Zach.
Oh, my gosh.
And I know you got more stats and facts there. What is the identity of this team moving forward?
Real quick, before we move on to that, because I can't get over this Javonte thing that you just brought up, because now I'm looking at his numbers. Last year for the Broncos, on 139 carries, he averaged 3.7 yards per carry. He's at almost 80 already this year and is averaging 5.7 yards per carry to go with 5 touchdowns. That means that Javonte Williams has more touchdowns in 5 games than he had any year for the Denver Broncos.
Good for him, man.
Wow.
No, truly, good for him. And now that we have J.K. Dobbins, we're having success and we're doing well, we can be happy for everybody.
I don't know how happy I am for Javonte.
Why?
Well, I think as a person, as a human being, I am. But
But this is where it goes. Like, he's doing well over there. Do you blame him for everything over here, though? Or is it a mixture of both? You know, with Sean, the system, what kind of was going on? I don't know. It's weird, because there are players that literally, like, they don't do well in one area, and then they go to another destination and they just flourish. And it's like, why? Why couldn't you have done it over here? Like, what did you need that they're providing you that you can be the best version of yourself?
And the offensive line in Denver is way more highly regarded than the offensive line in Dallas.
Yeah, but also, when I look at it as a running back, I had a lot of success with the Denver Broncos, and specifically Bill Musgrave, the offensive coordinator.
Billy Moose.
Yeah, and he trusted me. We did a lot of the outside zone. They had pullers in front of me. I gelled well with him when it came to the play calling as a run scheme. I went to Houston, and it was a completely different system, and they wanted bigger running backs, and they just wanted you to go downhill and break 2 tackles. I'm like, dude, I'm 185 pounds. These linebackers are 250. You're telling me to break the arm tackles of a 350-pound defensive tackle and then break a tackle at a 250-pound linebacker at 185 pounds? Like, I need help. And that's something that the Denver Broncos provided me with, was just more creativity. The help was there. It was more spread out, more fast-paced. Houston was just ground and pound. Derrick Henry was in that one with the Tennessee Titans. You brought in Mark Ingram, who was more of a bigger running back, ground and pound. So it's all about the system and people truly having a vision and believing in you enough to give you those opportunities and having set up plays.
Well, shout out Bill Musgrave.
Shout out Bill Musgrave.
Shout out Grand Junction.
Yes.
He's a Grand Junction guy.
Yes, he is from here.
Yeah, played football at Oregon. Here's the other stat about Javonte, because I can't now you led me down this road. Now I can't shake it. Last year, Javonte played all 17 games, carried the football 139 times. He had 30 first downs last year. 30. Played in every game. In 5 games, he has 25 first downs. That is nuts. Now I have to ask, and then I want to get to the identity stuff. Oh man, I'm going to ask. Would the Broncos be better off with J.K. Dobbins and Javonte Williams right now than J.K. Dobbins and R.J. Harvey?
Ooh, you're naughty for this one.
Just asking the question.
As of right now, yes.
I mean, these are 2 top 5 running backs in the league right now.
Because Javonte has a different style to him than J.K. J.K. is very patient. He's more explosive. He can catch out of the backfield. Where you have Javonte, who's going to be more downhill, right? Like bruiser. And if he kind of just goes with what Sean wants, and he wants him to be more of that smash mouth type of running back, but also if Sean starts to be creative, like it's a better 1-2 punch as of right now, because RJ's still growing.
Yeah, he's young.
You still have to figure out what he can do in this league, especially when you're going up against tougher opponents. Anybody can run against Cincy, Zach. I'm going to be honest with you. It was there for it.
Sure.
But can you be consistent every single time you step foot on that field? Can you make a play? Can you get a couple catches out of the backfield, break a tackle, go for 15, 20 yards? Like, I need to see more of that with R.J. Harvey for me to be confident as a number 2 running back. So to answer your question, as of right now, Javonte and J.K. would have been a potent 1-2 punch.
Goodness, you file this under things I never thought that I would be asking on Tuesday, October 7th. Ever. But you know what? I take my hat off to him. I really do. I take my hat off to Javonte Williams and just say, man, I wish it went differently here. It just didn't. Your question.
The identity of this team moving forward. What do you think it is? What should it be?
Phil, it should absolutely be a run-first approach. Seeing is believing. Say it all the time. Obey your eyes. How could you watch the Broncos offense and think it's a pass-first offense? Pro Football Focus came out with their rankings today of quarterbacks. They have Bo Nix 32. It's been a really, really slog of a start for Bo. Now, he played great in the fourth quarter, and we have these pockets of time, and I would hope that there would be pockets of time. He's supposed to be a franchise quarterback. But we're still gathering information on that. The ground game right now, you stumbled. You talked about the crystal.
Oh, you got lucky with JK. Let's be real. Like you weren't thinking of bringing JK in until OTAs came around and you looked at the running back room. You seen them running around and said, "Hey, look, this is not it. If we're gonna have success, if we're gonna keep Bo Nix healthy, we have to have some type of run game. We did not have a run game last year, and it hurt us. In the playoffs, we didn't have a tight end. That hurt us in the playoffs. If you're going to be successful in this league, especially as it gets colder, especially as you start to play tough teams like Philly, you got to be able to run the football, get downhill, or be more physical, open up the pass game in that aspect of it is running the ball to open up the pass, and then utilize your tight ends and the other weapons that you have."
This was a contract that was done in June. This was like if Jahdae Barron's the crystal in the first round, This was you like cleaning out the attic and found some sort of gem, some sort of like ruby that the previous owner accidentally passed away and left this heirloom up in the, like, how did they stumble into this? This is a 1-year contract for what, about $2.5 million?
Yeah. Incentive base, it's up to $5 million. If JK maybe gets to 1,000 yards, I don't know what it is.
Right. I mean, but this was, I'm not going to say he's here by accident because that's not giving enough credit to the Broncos front office. But goodness gracious, I'll tell you what, I would have a lot different view and opinion if Javonte was doing what he's doing in Dallas and the Broncos didn't have J.K. Dobbins. I mean, that could have aged really poor had they not signed him in June. Anyone could have had J.K. Dobbins. Anyone. I mean, so the way that this has worked out has been great. And, Dobbins.
I can't believe you're saying it. You're like, hey, this needs to be a run first, pass second team.
That's just the truth. And if your opinion on that is different, I would just say, what lens are you looking through?
Well, then I'm going to leave you with this, because now that we're on the same page, I feel like I've been pounding the table for this, and you're like, "Hey, look, Phil, like you've always agreed with me with this, but you're saying this Sean Payton.
Yeah.
You said this is about Sean. This is not about us."
He sees the game of football through the lens of a quarterback because he was one.
So you've said this last Friday that you trust Sean.
I trusted him in that spot in Philly.
And
yes.
you were right.
Yep.
Do you trust Sean's ass to turn things and adjust things to what he is seeing, which is this is a run first offense. You have to have a run-first approach moving forward until you can kind of get Bo Nix really going for all 4 quarters. Do you trust Sean to do that moving forward?
No, not completely, no. I'm hoping that he's receptive and open to what is obviously in front of you. You have a top 5 running back. You have a top 5 rushing team. You have a top 5 yards per carry average, and your passing offense is one of the worst in the league. So, and I know you want to throw it, and there will always be room to throw it. It's 2025 in the NFL. Yeah. But in terms of Bo Nix finishing 6th in the NFL in passing attempts the way that he did last year, that should not be the setup. It should not be the setup. And we saw the most efficient version, and I know they're going through it right now, so I don't want to be a prisoner of the moment, but big picture with the Chargers and Jim Harbaugh. Justin Herbert became the most efficient version of himself when Harbaugh came in and his attempts went way down.
Run first approach.
That's all. And there's a lot of things about the game of football that have changed over the years.
Man, you're reading my mind, Zach. Look at you. You growing up. Go ahead.
But the one thing that hasn't changed and won't change until they go flag football is winning up front in the trenches and playing with physicality and playing with force. That will always win in the NFL. That will always win whether you're talking about Cherry Creek High School or you're talking about CU Boulder or whether you're talking about National Football League.
Run the ball, baby.
Football is still football, even with all the changes. And so what we have here in Denver is a good running football team. And I hope Sean embraces it, because if he does, it will unlock another level of ceiling for this football team.
Hey, you heard the man. Run the ball. Obey your eyes. The identity of this football team moving forward needs to run through the offensive line, getting downhill, and J.K. Dobbins, who we should all be appreciating and thanking right now that he decided to choose us. $2 million is a lot of money for all of us. Don't get me wrong. I want it.
Yeah.
But for him and him being still young and choosing the Denver Broncos because it's a good situation here, it really is. Like, it's a perfect marriage right now. Sean, obey them eyes, man. Keep going. You have bifocals on. I see those glasses during the game, and I see the run it on the back of that play calling sheet.
Yep.
Run the ball.
You know who probably wants J.K. Dobbins the most in the NFL right now? The Chargers.
The Chargers.
Najee Harris, Achilles, pop. Amari and Hampton sent to IR. I don't know what they're going to do. They're going to do.
They lost 2 of their starting linemen, too.
Yeah, they have. They're going through it right now. They're going through it. I bet they want J.K. Dobbins back. But you can't have him.
He's ours.
You can't have him. This is J.K. Dobbins after the huge win over the Eagles.
How much fun did you have today? I had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun, especially with my brothers, My O-line, I love. Like, a lot of people ask me, like, how are you so patient? Well, I got some big guys protecting me, some very good O-linemen protecting me, and so I get to play cat and mouse Like that's what I'm out there playing. Like I'm playing tag, like like a little kid. It's a game to you. It's a game. It's fun because I know I got the big boys protecting me. Like the big boy, the other D linemen, they're not going to touch me because they're protecting me. So let's play cat and mouse with the linebackers and safeties. That's how I see it. That's how I go there and play. Like
he's a top 5 running back in the NFL right now, and he's got one of the cooler spirits. Like he's a soundbite.
Just having fun, man. Just enjoying that moment. And he needs to. Because at some point, whether you play for 10 years or only 3 years, it's going to be done. So, leave your mark when it's there and the opportunity is hot for J.K. Dobbins.
All right. Where do the Broncos stack up in the power rankings around the country after handing the Super Bowl champs their first loss? We'll tell you next.
After 3 bad quarters, the Broncos offense rallied late and took down the Eagles for a signature road win. Can Sean Payton keep the momentum rolling as the team prepares to head overseas? Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
What's the biggest mistake you can make when selling your home? Settling for less money. That never happens with Orchard. Disappointing offers can wear you down, causing you to settle for thousands less. You don't have to settle when you sell with Orchard. Orchard reinvented the real estate industry by guaranteeing your home sale and helping you sell on the market for top dollar. First, Orchard gives you cash up front so you can buy and move into your new home first, on your timeline. No waiting, no showings, no double moves. Then once you're all settled in, your Orchard agent helps sell your home on market for top dollar. Here's what one Orchard customer said. I never could have sold without Orchard. I made way more than I expected, and it couldn't have been easier. With Orchard, you never have to settle for less. Buy before you sell and get top dollar for your home with Orchard. Curious how much your home is worth? Visit Orchard.com to get your free home valuation. That's Orchard.com. Orchard.com.
National Taco Day is sizzling at Twin Peaks. Tuesday, October 7th, grab $2 crispy mini tacos stacked with flavor, plus ice-cold drink specials. Celebrate tacos, touchdowns, and tasty views all in one place. Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views.
Brandon Stokely here from my team, ROX Rocks Heating and Air. Do you need a new furnace, air conditioner, or heat pump? ROX Rocks Heating and Air makes it incredibly easy with their new, free, no obligation online heating and cooling quote. It takes less than 5 minutes and gives you options instantly. No calls, no waiting, and transparent pricing. Only at ROX Rocks Heating and Air. Now play that jingle.
HVAC service, installation, repair. ROX Rocks Heating and Air.
Advent Health is Littleton's home for highly specialized, life-changing heart care. From preventive screenings to personalized treatment options, it's heartfelt care from expert hands. The Advent Health Heart and Vascular Institute is now open, ready to provide wholehearted care for your whole health.
Hey guys, it's Zach By here for 5280 Exteriors. Right now, they've got a great deal on windows, so take advantage before the snow starts falling. Order your windows in October, finance your project with them, and you won't pay anything until November of 2027. Be warm during the holidays. Don't wait to upgrade your home. Order windows or siding from 5280 Exteriors before the cold weather arrives. Call 5280 Exteriors now and see how low your monthly payment can go. 5280 Exteriors, the altitude of quality.
The right financial strategies can make a huge difference, especially if you're nearing retirement. Adam Mueller talks retirement strategies with Mile High Money. Saturday mornings at 8 on Denver Sports 104.3, The Fan.
Some things in life should never be trial and error, like do-it-yourself dentistry or messing with your home's electrical wiring. That's where Piper Electric comes in. They've been powering homes with expert electrical service since 1983. From simple fixes to commercial and industrial work. Need an EV charger? They'll plug you in without the sparks. Right now, get $50 off your next service. Call 303-422-9219 before you DIY yourself back into the dark ages. Piper Electric. Leave the electricity to the experts.
Fall means football, and at Postman Law, we know winning matters. Our attorneys have won more than $3 billion for our clients, delivering the results they need when life gets tough. Car crash, workplace injury, serious accident. We know the insurance company's playbook, and we're here to help rewrite it for you with speed, ease, and results. Call 844-POSTMAN or visit postmanlaw.com. Others promise. Postman delivers. This is attorney advertising.
Planning out your holiday pictures? Let's move you to the front because at Soda Weight Loss, you could drop the belly fat and gain your confidence back, just like Ramon.
I used to dread those pictures. I'd position myself behind someone taller or make sure I was holding a plate so nobody focused on my belly. But that was before Soda. Soda gave me more than a smaller waistline. It gave me back the confidence to wear what I want. And they make it simple. No injections, no hunger, just a plan that worked.
Soda Weight Loss is built for busy people like you.
I lost 82 pounds in just 16 weeks. No hunger, no drugs, just steady, real-life progress with the nutritionist who helps you every step of the way.
That's why Soda has nearly 9,000 Google reviews. And right now, the most popular offer of the season is back. Join today and your partner joins free. Visit sodaweightloss.com. That's SOTA weightloss.com.
Soda is, say it with me, state of the art.
Catch Telestrator Tuesday weekly on Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth, where Stink or Stoke dive into the past weekend's games with a coach's eye, using insights into what went right and wrong on critical plays. Telestrator Tuesdays, powered by Colorado Credit Union. Love where you live, love where you bank.
Hi, I'm Terrell Davis, two-time world champion and Pro Football Hall of Famer. There is nothing more important than your health. That's why I made the smart move to invest in fitness equipment with Fitness Gallery. It's a game changer. I have a true treadmill at home. It's the smoothest and quietest I've ever been on.
Football is here, and Fitness Gallery's fall football sale is your playbook for a winning home gym. Save up to 50% off on select premium equipment. Visit any of our 7 stores from Denver to Fort Collins and score big before the sale ends.
Hey, Mr. C, it's me. Well, I just picked up the ring. I actually went to Hellsberg. Thanks for that recommendation. Kate's gonna love that hers is from the same jeweler you got Mrs. C's ring from. They were so helpful throughout the whole process. They even knew your family by name, and the ring looks great. Anyways, I just couldn't wait to let you guys know. Call me back and wish me luck.
Hellsberg, designed with care and craft since 1915. Shop in store or at hellsberg.com.
Want to partake in our contests? Check out the rules at DenverSports.com. Every day at 3:30, the drive comes off the top rope to hit you with a 1, 2, 3.
Finally, The Rock has come back to Denver.
Tape your wrists, stretch your spandex, and oil your hair. Here's Zach and Phil with today's 3 count on the drive.
All right, let's come off the top rope with it. 1. All righty. Where do the Denver Broncos stack up in the power ratings around the country after handing the undefeated Super Bowl champions their first loss of the season?
Number one, man. We the champions.
Well, ESPN had the Broncos moving up 4 spots into 9th.
All right.
CBS had the Broncos moving up 4 spots, 10th. Pro Football Talk had the Broncos moving up 4 spots to 10th. USA Today had the Broncos moving up 2 spots to 10th. For what it's worth, Colin Cowherd had the Broncos as the 3rd best team in the NFL going into Week 6.
But you know how Colin Cowherd is. You know, he has a little soft spot for Sean.
He's a part of Sean's media team. he definitely is. He definitely is, and there's more than one of them, I can tell you. Pretty cool to see not one power ranking that I saw today. ESPN, CBS, Pro Football Talk, USA Today, NFL.com, not one power ranking had the Broncos outside of the top 10.
Yeah, I mean, but that's what happens when you beat an undefeated team, when you beat the Eagles. When you should be, honestly, 5-0, you go up against the Colts, you end up losing at the end with no time left. You get beat by the Chargers with no time left. If things go right, you're more disciplined. You make one more extra play, maybe even a turnover to help your team out. You win those games. So to be in the top 10, Sean's right. Like, this is a real-life team. This is a real team that is a contender if they can stay healthy and continue to grow, continue to peak, like Sean's teams usually do when October comes rolling around.
All right, next in the 3 count.
1, 2.
Man, Kansas City. Kansas City up 14-0. Like the Buffs.
Oh,
dropping a... Oh, no.
Come on.
Just keeping it factual.
Like the Buffs.
No, just having fun here. Kansas City Man, they dropped a game that looked like they were in firm control of Monday Night Football from up 14 to Trevor Lawrence literally falling down, getting up, and still getting into the end zone in one of the weirder sequences that we've seen this season.
That's how they drew it up. Right there, they said, hey, Trevor, we want you to fall down, get up, stumble a little bit, and then walk into the end zone for the game-winning touchdown. Like, you can't make this up. The Chiefs, they're just having a bad hair day, man. It's been rough for them.
Well, it's not just a day. That's the thing. It's like we're seeing a team. Now, I don't want to get carried away with their demise, but they're 2-3 after 5. And they beat the Giants and the Ravens. The Ravens win is looking less impressive. Almost like a college resume, like, oh, you beat Oregon beat Penn State, but like, wait, who's Penn State type of deal. So they beat the Giants 22-9. They beat the Ravens 37-20. The other 3 games were all one possession. Chargers, Eagles, Jags. And this is where the worm is turning because those are the games they won all last season. But under 500 going into week 6. And guess who they have in week 6? On Sunday Night Football. The Detroit Lions.
Oh, it gets worse.
Oh, my gosh. I am loving watching this.
I'm loving it, too. It's like smiling like, ha, ha. Now it's you guys' turn. Now, you got to be careful with it because it's still the Chiefs.
Of course.
I mean, by the time they get to the Denver Broncos, I mean, they might be limping into that battle.
We shall see. We shall see. Next in the 3 count.
1, 2, 3.
All right. The Browns. They're trading Flacco and a 6th-round pick to the Bengals for a 5th-round pick. Bengals trying to salvage their season, keep that thing afloat. It's almost the perfect time.
The perfect timing. What was that you were saying with Shador about, hey, man, like he had an opportunity, which he did. If he would have went with the Ravens, he would have been playing.
Or the Eagles.
Now, Eagles still have Jalen Hurts healthy, so he still would have been sitting there as a backup. But now he is the backup. Unless they go with Zappy. Zappy's on the practice squad. Does he jump over Shador? If that's the case, if I'm Shador and you let Bailey Zappy take your spot,
but it's the Browns. The Browns have always had 2 left feet, especially at the quarterback position. But no, I mean, it does seem like Shador could be trending closer to playing. So, okay. Man.
All you want is an opportunity. This is what I'm talking about. Like, he's going to get at least 5 or 6 games this year. Dylan Gabriel's not a bad quarterback. He's just not going to be it for the Browns. Shador's getting his opportunity. Now, is Shador it for the Browns? Who knows? He'll get that opportunity, though.
Man, if you had Shador Sanders starting his first game and you had all the NFL games at the same time, okay? So all the games were at the same time. No this window, that window, and they were all playing at the same time, and it was Shador Sanders' first start. And all the different games were on different channels. Where would the Browns' viewership be with Shador? Like,
because their ratings are going to be skyrocketing.
I think so.
That moment,
I
that
think
situation,
so.
because it's Shador Sanders. He's going to split a room. So everybody who either wants to see him, succeed, they're going to watch. And for the people that want him to fall straight on his face, they're going to watch.
Yep. And that was the dynamic for 2 years in Boulder. And so I don't think, and I'm looking at it right now, I don't think there's a Browns primetime game on the schedule. And thank the Lord for that. But, yeah, it would just be interesting to see if everything was on an even playing field. There's, like, I know I'd be interested. I'd watch. I want to see what it looks like at the NFL level.
You're going to be wearing your perfect timing shirt.
Maybe so.
Perfect timing.
Maybe so. All right, how about the niche that Sean Payton is carving in NFL history? We'll have that conversation next.
The Broncos took down the defending Super Bowl champs in the city of brotherly love. After a bumpy start to the season, as Denver finally found its true team identity. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Let's go! You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Check engine or ABS light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
How can you free your team from time-consuming office tasks? Amazon Business. Smart business buying tools enable buyers to find and purchase items fast so they can focus on strategy and growth. Free up your team and focus on your future. Learn more at AmazonBusiness.com.
Do you want the lowest rate for life? Get our 4.75 5-year fixed. APR is 5.89.
Did you say 4.75% fixed for 5 years?
Yes.
Yeah, I want that, but what if rates fall?
Our lowest rate for life program takes over. If rates fall even as little as 0.5%, we can redo your loan with no lender fees and no appraisal fee and no limits to the number of times used. Only at U.S. Mortgages. Call 303-LOW-RATE or online at usmloan.com.
All loans subject to approval and change. See website for complete details. License number 392126.
Hey, Brandon Stokely here. Colorado Joint Replacement is part of Advent Health, one of the nation's largest healthcare providers. They offer innovative hip and knee replacement surgery with expert, compassionate care. To schedule an appointment, visit coloradojoint.org.
Samantha Flanagan here for Flanagan Law. If you find yourself in a car accident, do not tell the insurance company you are fine. They will hold that against you even if you end up with medical bills 3 months later. Protect your rights. Look for the Shamrock. Go with Flanagan Law.
Attention taxpayers. If you owe $5,000 or more and have missed another tax deadline, you're officially on the IRS's radar. The IRS has resumed aggressive collections. That means wage garnishments, bank levies, even seizures of your home, car, or retirement accounts. If you owe $5,000 or more and missed the deadline, you're stacking new debt on top of what you already owe. Call Priority Tax Relief now. Their experts fight back fast and are saving their clients millions in tax debt every month.
I owed over $50,000. And they settled it for pennies on the dollar. These guys are as legit as they come.
After speaking on my behalf with the IRS, my entire debt of $25,000 will be eliminated.
Whether you've received collection letters or you're already facing liens and garnishments, call for your free consultation. There are no upfront fees. Priority Tax Relief. Let's make your taxes our priority. Call 800-968-3159. 800-968-3159. 800-968-3159.
Priority Tax Relief.
We're hiring at Don's Garage Doors. No experience? No problem. We provide full training, a brand new van, top-of-the-line tools, a gas card, and steady jobs with weekly pay. This isn't just a job. It's a career with real growth, great pay, and job security. Our team members go from training to 6 figures, and we're ready to help you do the same. Don't wait. Apply now at donsgaragedoors.com.
Cool nights are here and winter is on the way. Protect your home with the strength and beauty of Infinity by Marvin Windows from Gravina's Window Center of Littleton. This month only, save 25% on windows and 20% on James Hardy siding. With flexible financing, no interest options, and 0 down. Upgrading has never been easier. Call today at 303-794-0490 or go to windowsforyourhome.com. Gravina's Window Center of Littleton, trusted by Colorado families for over 50 years.
Hey, bro, weirdest thing is happening at the game. Every time I crack a Bud Light, we score a touchdown. I think I'm some kind of football prophet.
Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Stock up today. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
I should have had Done Right do it. Don't be that person that says this after ordering your remodeling project. Hi, folks. Dan Cicchini, owner of Done Right Kitchens and Baths, Windows and Doors. Simply put, we make people happy by being particular, just like you. 800-362-8370.
Are you one of those people who dread going to the dentist? If so, have you tried sedation dentistry? Learn more about sedation dentistry at coloradosedation.com. Sit back, relax, and dream with the most experienced sedation dentist and staff at Clarkson Dental.
Joel Klatt, the nation's leading voice in college football, joins Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth every Wednesday morning. Presented by Groove Toyota. Here we go. Tune in at 8:10 for exclusive insight, bold analysis, and maybe just a hint of shenanigans. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan. Denver Sports 104.3. The
and by the way, AFC East foe Pete Carroll to get into a tie for 14th on the all-time coaching list, tied with Jeff Fisher and John Harbaugh.
This is great. And he's not done yet.
No.
He's just getting started. He finally has found the quarterback that he wants to end his career with. And if Bo Nix can be the guy that we all believe he can be, the franchise quarterback, when you're a franchise quarterback and you have him and he's solidified, you win a lot of games. So Sean Payton's going to only continue to inch closer to the number one spot. Will he get there? I don't know. It's going to be hard to do. But, that's his goal.
Yeah. Man, good for Sean. I mean, 14th ever? It's pretty impressive.
Good coach.
He is a very good coach.
Really, really good coach. And it's like, it's crazy that because you were one of them that was on it, saying that Sean was like the number 3 for this team.
The third option when they're in the coaching search, yeah.
And sometimes number 1's not the right one. Number 2 isn't the right one. But that third option, you may not have wanted him, but you needed him because he was a culture setter. He was able to find a way to turn around a program or organization. This is NFL organization and put him in the right direction. It starts with finding the quarterback, and it seems like that's what Sean has done. Now, hopefully, it stays true.
Yeah, with the Bo conversation, we're still gathering information on Bo. Is that fair?
Yeah, it's fair for you.
So
that's Bo.
So obviously, it's we're all rooting for Bo, but
oh yeah,
he's a franchise quarterback right now.
Who else? We went back and forth with this last week. I want to believe he's a franchise quarterback because we all have to have hope.
Of course, but you speak for both of us there.
Who else has done better than Bo?
What do you mean?
Who else on as a quarterback for the Denver Broncos in the last years, working up to this, has done better than Bo? That's where I have to start. That's why for me it's like
no one really. I mean, Teddy Bridgewater was solid. Drew Lock had a baby run, but no one. But I also don't want to have the worst era of Broncos football be the barometer for, what a franchise quarterback is. I think he's the closest thing to it that the Broncos have had. But at the same time, there was and look.
You're just not ready to get on the franchise quarterback train. You're not ready to say C.J. Stroud is a franchise quarterback.
No.
We had this conversation last week.
Yes. There was a time doing this job in this market where folks thought Trevor Siemian was not only a franchise quarterback, but you should actually pay him right now because I'm serious. Now, I wasn't saying that.
Yeah,
but,
somebody else
But that was said on the station, you should pay Trevor Siemian now because it's only going to cost you more money. You found your post-Peyton Manning quarterback. Drew Lock. I mean, Colin Cowherd was out there saying Drew Lock was the dark horse MVP. He was the pop guy,
But doesn't it just feel just a little bit different when it comes to Bo Nix? And not just because of Bo, because I know he's struggling. But it's the people around Bo. It's the coaching staff. It's Sean Payton himself. It just feels different. We haven't needs to be the team, and Sean does a great job of motivating all of us. But it's also just like Sean has put Bo in great situations to have success or set up for success throughout his years here, hopefully.
Yeah, I believe that Bo Nix will be a franchise quarterback. I think that big picture, he's trending towards being a franchise quarterback. But he's not there yet. He is not there yet. Right now, you are winning with Bo, not because of Bo. In general. So
I love it. You're winning with him, not because of him.
Yep, and that's good for right now. You do have a good rushing attack.
Did we win against the Eagles because of Bo?
With Bo, and because of who he was in the fourth quarter. But I mean, you go for 3 quarters, you have 114 yards passing and 50% completion.
But that can happen to any quarterback. That happened to Peyton Manning.
Sure.
Where you have struggled for two quarters, but you rely on the team, which is your defense, and they keep you afloat, and then you find a way to win the game.
Yeah, but unfortunately, Bo's season thus far has kind of been a reflection of the Eagles' game. It's big, huge pockets of bad quarterback play and some highs, And so he's still a young player.
He's a baby.
He's still a young player. Baby by NFL, lifespan goes for sure. Despite all his starts in college and him being 25, he still needs more time on task. And I think we're still gathering information on whether he's a franchise quarterback or not. For me, I'm still gathering information on whether he's a franchise quarterback or not. I don't want to get carried away. Amazing first season. It feels like there has been a little bit of a sophomore slump here. Just a little bit.
Oh.
Nothing crazy, but just a little bit. You don't agree?
There's been bad times. It's still early. I think we had this conversation too. Like when is it right to call it a sophomore slump? I think if you get to week 8, week 9, and you're still doing the same thing, yeah, it's a sophomore slump. I think for Bo, it's and I said this before, it's Sean Payton put a lot more on his plate, saying you were successful last year, but in order for us to get to another level like Drew Brees, you have to be able to command this offense a different way. You have to be able to see this offense differently than you do even now. You have to be able to get in and out of the huddle fast, but also check this play and start feeling confident in your checks. And that just takes time. And I know there's a lot of pressure put on Bo because of what Sean has said, because of like us here in Broncos country, like we demand greatness. Pretty much that's what we want. We want to see this team back in the Super Bowl. So for Bo, I'm not ready to say it's a bit of a sophomore slump. I just think that he's growing, and I know that he's young, and I know as a player being in that locker room with young quarterbacks, they're going to make mistakes.
Oh sure.
But you want them to stay confident, stay aggressive, and that's what Bo is still doing, which is great to see.
Well, we're all rooting for him. That's for sure. We just did the quarter poll last week, and we both ended up with the same grade for Bo, C+, I think it was. So it's okay to acknowledge both things, that, hey, it hasn't been good enough, and certainly not as advertised from Sean himself about Bo, which he should have never done. But also acknowledge that, man, the kid has played, what did he play, 17, 18 last year, and then 5 this year, so 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, yeah.
There we go.
So
count on me when it comes to the numbers now. I'm getting better at it, Zach.
You said, there we go.
There we go, 23.
I got 18 plus 5, there we go.
23 games have been played in Bo Nix's career.
That's not a lot. So we'll, again, continue to gather that information on Bo, and I'm extremely hopeful. Back to Sean, only coach is active that are ahead of Sean on the all-time coaching list, Mike Tomlin and Andy Reid. With another win, Sean Payton will actually tie Mike McCarthy for 13th all-time, and I was shocked that Mike McCarthy is 13th all-time in wins in NFL history. I would not have guessed that. All right, James Palmer, our veteran NFL reporter, what was his number one takeaway from Sunday's upset win? We'll ask him next.
After 3 bad quarters, the Broncos offense rallied late and took down the Eagles for a signature road win. Can Sean Payton keep the momentum rolling as the team prepares to head overseas? Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Is an IRS tax problem keeping you up at night? Well, join Todd from Advanced Tax Solutions for a free online workshop at 5:30 on Wednesday, October 8th. Todd will cover the 7 solutions to fix an IRS problem and get you on your way to having clarity and a plan with a licensed professional guiding your way. In this free workshop, he'll cover things like, when will the taxes expire? It's actually possible this could just go away. You'll learn the IRS program to permanently settle your debt for less than you owe, and several other important answers that will help you take control of your IRS problem. Todd will teach you what you need to know to get out of debt with the IRS for good and build a future you can be proud of. Don't pass up this free workshop with a licensed professional with 30 years of IRS resolution experience. So reserve your spot now by calling 303-753-6040. Again, 303-753-6040, Advanced Tax Solutions.
Dan Jacobs with Jacobs Law and 303 Law 4040. Did you know that I actually have some psychic abilities? Yep, had a new client come in the other day to get signed up, and she said, Dan, they've already made me an offer. And I said, well, let me guess. It was $1,500. And her eyes got real big, and she said, Dan, how'd you know that? And I said, let me take another guess. When you said you weren't sure, they said, okay, we'll offer you the maximum amount allowed of like $3,500. The client couldn't believe what she was hearing. But let me let you know in a little secret. I'm not a psychic. I just know all of the insurance companies' dirty little tricks. They use these tricks to put pressure on you so they can get off the hook cheap. At 303 Law 4040, we're here to make sure that they play fair. We're going to make sure you get feeling better and the insurance companies pay what's right. Call us at any time. You can speak directly with me or my lovely wife, Kimberly. Save that number in your phone. You never know when you're going to need it. It's 303 Law 4040. That's 303 Law 4040.
Hey guys, your boy Steve here today about my long-term buddy Troy Hansford. And if you're thinking about selling your house for any reason, now might be the time to sell, still get top dollar. Believe it or not, my guy Troy is still offering his $5,000 guarantee. What is it, you ask? Well, if he can't sell your house at your price on your timeline that you agree upon beforehand, bam, going to cut you a check for $5,000. Who else makes the offer? Nobody I've ever heard of. And he makes that offer because he continues to spend a ton of money marketing his listings, has about 100 families approved and ready to buy right now. And if for any reason you need to sell right away, Troy can buy your house, all cash, and he can close in as little as 7 days. You have a house to sell, Troy probably has that perfect buyer for you right now, waiting for you to pick up the phone and to call him. Call Troy, get your home sold for the most money. That's 720-944-33, 720-944-33. Troy Hansford of RE/MAX Professionals, a Colorado licensed broker. Some restrictions do apply. You want to sell your house? Then call my buddy Troy, 720-900-4433.
Are joint pain or injuries keeping you from living your best life? I'm Dr. Joel Cherdak with Denver Regenerative Medicine. We don't believe in one size fits all. Instead, we create personalized stem cell treatment plans using your own stem cells or donor cells to help regenerate joints, repair torn muscles and ligaments, and restore mobility. For a limited time, get 10% off through October. Don't wait. Book your free consultation now at denverregen.com. That's denverregen.com.
Heads up, pros. Now's your chance to unlock deeper savings. The Home Depot's new Pro Extra Preferred pricing can help you save thousands on the products your business uses the most. But the current benefit ends November 15th. Don't miss out. Registration for the new program is free and easy. Just bring your tax ID or business or contractor's license to the Pro Desk. Register now to lock in the best wholesale prices before it's too late.
Don't let dirt, dust, and debris be the #1 cause of breakdowns. Fix It 24/7 gives you a complete top-to-bottom fall furnace tune-up for $39. Book now at fixmyhome.com.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. You're listening to Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. You're listening to The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Pull up in my...
All right, it's Tuesday at 4, which means it's time to check in with our veteran NFL reporter, James Palmer. James, appreciate you being here. I have to ask you, what was your #1 takeaway from the Broncos going into Philly and beating them at home in a way that very few people expected?
You closed and won a game against one of the teams that closes and wins games. It's as simple as that. You did it in an environment in Philadelphia that is not easy to win in, against a team that is part of that small group, Zach, honestly, that other teams maybe tighten up at the end of games when it's close because they usually find a way to win. And you went and you did it on the road, and you knocked off the defending Super Bowl champs who were undefeated, and you taught your team something. Like Sean Payton had a statement with this game. He made a statement with the team, to my understanding, after the game about how big this was. And learning how to win is really important in this league. And I had that conversation with Eric Armstead just the other day, who's down there in Jacksonville with an organization that is just figuring it out in year 1 of Liam Cohen. And he's been through it in San Francisco a bunch. So it was an interesting conversation, right? He's won a ton. He's been right there on the precipice of a Super Bowl multiple times in San Francisco. And he was telling me, like, it is something that takes a moment. It takes a beat for an entire culture to change, to have a winning culture. They're doing it quickly in Jacksonville right now, by the way, with a big win over the Chiefs.
Sure.
But what he's describing to me is exactly what Sean has been instilling into this locker room. He said it to everybody that would listen from the national media, that we're an elite team, trying to tell his team that's the way he felt about him. And I think going and winning this game in that environment kind of allowed Sean to go to the team and say, listen, everything I've been saying has been right about you guys, and allows them to believe in it themselves.
James, what would you say to those people out there? Because there's some people that are in disbelief of the Denver Broncos actually just beating the Eagles. How much of that would you say when someone says, hey, it was the Eagles that lost this game, instead of the Denver Broncos just being good enough and an elite team in the NFL that can beat the Eagles?
Did they win?
Yes,
I mean, it's hard to win in this league. It's very hard to win in the NFL. And there are a handful of calls and plays in every game that decide a game, right? We're sitting there, we're watching that game last night going, how do they not call PI on that Chiefs interception?
Right.
Or how does this play fall, this way? And I would say, I'll say it again, the Jags are a pretty good example. In years past, Trevor Lawrence falls down there, the game's over, the Chiefs win. Like, that's just the way it falls. And then would you sit there after that game and all of America's going, once again, the Chiefs get handed a game? Like, did they still win the game? I think that's still the point of emphasis here. The Broncos went out there, they were aggressive. They go for 2 in the middle of the fourth quarter with like 7 and change to go. I think you saw a head coach with the foot on the gas and faith in his team. And it doesn't matter if a call doesn't go your way or a play doesn't go your way. You found a way to win the game on the road. And winning in the NFL is hard. Winning on the road's even harder, and winning in certain environments on the road is even harder than that. And I don't think you don't question this with the way Philly has a roster right now.
James, and we're talking with James Palmer, our veteran NFL insider. The dynamic of the Broncos right now, we were talking about it a little bit earlier today. I think something's becoming, I don't know if abundantly clear is a fair way to say it, but it's certainly clear to me. The Broncos are a really good run team and a just okay passing team. The Broncos have the 4th best rushing attack in the NFL, 141 yards per game. They've ran for a minimum of $118 every game, 5 yards a carry, top 5 mark. Dobbins, top 5 right now.
Yeah.
Sean loves throwing the football. Bo Nix, as a rookie, was 6th in the NFL in attempts. Will we see Sean Payton sort of pivot, maybe in a way that is not organic to him as a former quarterback in the way he sees the game, to just obeying his eyes and what the product has been through 5 weeks?
It's hard as a play caller. There's some of the best play callers in this league have struggled with this, Zach. You know that. Andy Reid, maybe arguably one of the greatest of all time, has struggled with sticking with the run, even when he's had backs that can do it. And a lot of these guys start going, okay, Brian Westbrook in Philadelphia for Andy Reid, that's my run game, the screen game with my back. And they can't help themselves. But I do think there's an element of what Sean's seeing of how this run game is helping his pass game. I mean, the team that they just played, their pass game doesn't work unless they're running the football well. That's the way Philly's built. Philly is a run-first team. And the issues that they've had running the football have affected their pass game. And when they run the football really, really well, it allows their pass game to open up and play well. And I think Sean knows that. I think he's made a big enough emphasis on changing this backfield to help out, I think, a group of skill players. I think you see how Evan Ingram was used in the play action game and plays specifically off of there. You unlock your tight end with the way you're running the football. I think you look at a team like Indianapolis, where that's a team that is built off of the way Jonathan Taylor runs the football. Phil knows the way that guy runs the football. He's number 1 in the NFL in rushing. That entire passing offense with Daniel Jones opens up off of their run game. I think Sean has seen it work now and seen what it does to Bo. And I think you'd be a fool to get away from. We'll see what changes with Ben Powers out, guys. I do think that changes things a little bit. You saw Landon Dickerson leave for Philly. That changed their run game a little bit. But I do think it's something you stick with the way these guys are running the football and the way it helps your quarterback.
James, you talked about Evan Ingram there in passing. 4 receptions, 33 yards, finally got a touchdown. During halftime or going into halftime, Sean and Evan Ingram got into it a little bit, a screaming match, going back and forth, comes back out and scores a touchdown that helps win the game. What's your expectations for the Joker? That's what we continue to call him, the Joker, moving forward. We know he's not on the field as much, but something has to change, right?
It does. And Phil, part of me starting to lean towards is this Joker going to be multiple players in games? Is it not just going to be a role filled by one player? And how do you find your way through it if you're not putting him on the field as much as you like? First off, I'd like to say this. I know Sean likes that from players. Sean knows he wants his players to have a little bit of bite to him. He wants them to want the football and be aggressive. I think it started to open up for Evan a little bit. I think this is a slower start than they wanted in terms of production out of their tight end spot. But I think part of this is we're getting a running back room up to speed that was brand new and revamped. You're trying to figure out who that number 2 is, complementing Cortland Sutton, which I think it's starting to be Troy Franklin more and more. But by the way, what a great route on the 2-point conversion by Troy Franklin. Yep. And so I think you're figuring out a lot of these new pieces that we've talked about each week, guys. And maybe this tight end spot's coming up in the rear a little bit while you figured out some of the other ones. And it's a veteran player that you can kind of figure out the role hopefully now pretty quickly. But I liked what I saw about the way he was used as that game went on in Philadelphia, and I hope this grows. I really do, because it adds another layer to what they want to do offensively.
We're chatting with James Palmer, a veteran NFL reporter. We do this on Tuesdays at around 4 o'clock. Last one before we let you go, the Bo Nix conversation. I'll read you 2 back-to-back text messages on the RamosLaw.com text line 303-713-1043. One is, how long do we make excuses for Bo? The next one is, I can't believe you're still wondering about Bo. He's the real deal. He's our franchise quarterback. Put that to bed. Where are you at with Bo Nix?
I think we're getting there. I think we are. I mentioned the 2-point conversion. That's not an easy throw for the quarterback to get rid of the ball as quickly as he did on the opposite hash on that jet out. But I think this is a work in progress. There's still deep shots that are getting missed, certainly. There's footwork that needs to get cleaned up. When I ask people around the league what they think of Bo right now, he's playing just a little too fast. The footwork is, they think he has great feet, but can he kind of slow it down? Usually when you see him kind of look all over the place, that's a little bit of Bo in panic mode when he's not exactly sure where to go with the football. But again, this is a process. This is a process we're going through. Who would have thought last year that right now, out of all these second-year quarterbacks, Drake May would be playing the best out of all of them right now? Yep. We didn't think that, and that's the case. I mean, it really is.
It is.
He's playing better than Jaden Daniels right now.
He is.
And so, and you know what? That may not last for the course of the season. All of these guys are going through this growth and this spot they're with. But I would say this. You look at all of these guys and where they're at. I love that Bo is matched up with a guy that understands his strengths. I think Josh is a really good play caller for Drake. I think Cliff is good for Jaden. And Ben is good for Caleb. But I think the matchup between Bo and Sean is maybe my favorite out of all of them. So I'm going to enjoy how this process goes, but it's still a process. It really is. Some of the plays are there, guys. They're there.
Yep.
And they're just missing them. And to me, that gives me some hope. But at the same time, yes, if this is a team that wants to get to where it expects to go, you got to start hitting these in stretches here. And I think this is a spot where the schedule kind of lines up a little bit differently, and it gets a little bit easier before you face KC a few weeks down the road. You could be in a good spot these next couple of weeks, and hopefully you can find some defenses that you connect with on these. But I do think we're seeing strides in the right direction. He's who knows? I'll say this. It's only a small sample size. Maybe he's a slow starter. Honestly, this happened at the start of his career. I don't know. Let's just see how this goes over these next couple of weeks. I think they're building something.
May have a little Jamal Murray in him, maybe.
I love it.
Hey, throw it out there. These good teams take September to figure themselves out. If Denver wants to be
Sean seems to be a slow starter too. So
yeah. And Sean is a slow starter historically in the month of September compared to October and November. James, great stuff.
The Patriots are historically slow starters with Tom Brady and Bill Belichick. Their Septembers were terrible. But it was a lot of figuring our team out. They figured out their identity, figured out a lot of things in September. They won a Super Bowl starting 1-3. And so some teams do this in the start of the season, and Sean might be one of those guys, actually.
All right, great stuff with a capital G. James Palmer, love having you on, and already looking forward to next week.
I am too. I saw you guys today. This is great. I can see your faces.
I love it. Yeah, you're on camera. You got the high quality audio. I mean, this is fantastic. This is fantastic.
You like that? Okay, good seeing you
All
guys.
right, there he goes. James Palmer, great stuff, as always. If you want to react to any of that, RamosLaw.com text line is available to you, 303-713-1043. Okay, what is Deion Sanders saying since gathering his thoughts after another Buffs loss? And also, are those losses becoming secondary to what Deion has going on personally? That's next.
The Broncos took down the defending Super Bowl champs in the city of brotherly love. After a bumpy start to the season, as Denver finally found its true team identity. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
The cost of everything is still out of control, and many of us are relying on credit cards to cover essentials. If that debt is piling up, you're not alone. Americans collectively owe over $1 trillion in credit card debt. You might have considered reaching out to my friends at American Financing, but hesitated because you don't want to give up your low mortgage rate. Well, there's good news. They've created a smart equity loan, a solution designed to help you take control of your finances without touching your current mortgage. Unlike a HELOC, which can have varied interest rates, the Smart Equity Loan offers a fixed rate. That means one predictable monthly payment, giving you peace of mind. This loan allows you to leverage the equity in your home to pay off high interest debt, free up your cash flow, and keep your existing low mortgage rate intact. It only takes 10 minutes to get started with no upfront or hidden fees. Call American Financing today and start saving now at 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000, or visit them online at americanfinancing.net. NMLS 182334, NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
Advent Health is Littleton's home for highly specialized, life-changing heart care. From preventive screenings to personalized treatment options, it's heartfelt care from expert hands. The Advent Health Heart and Vascular Institute is now open, ready to provide wholehearted care for your whole health.
Winning matters. Postman Law has recovered over $3 billion for clients. Injured? Call 844-POSTMAN. It's free to see if you have a case. Others promise. Postman delivers.
Don't get for my friends at Roller Auction. Got one of my favorite auctions that is open for bidding right now. A government fleet vehicle and equipment auction. It's got SUVs, sedans, pickup trucks, utility trucks, dump trucks, police vehicles, trailers, various municipality equipment, and so much more. Like I said, it's open for bidding right now. It will be ending on October 8th at 9 o'clock in the morning. One of my favorite auctions. Go see it all and get yourself a great deal at rollerauction.com. That's rollerauction.com.
Worried about market losses? If headlines are keeping you up at night, it's time to take control. Hi, I'm Jeff Jr. with Trajan Wealth, and I know you've worked hard to save. But in times like these, what if can turn into what now? If you're planning to retire or are in retirement, you need a strategy that helps protect your future. At Trajan Wealth, you can capture market gains, protect your account from losses, and guarantee income for life. Right now, you could receive a bonus of up to 30% or annual growth of up to 10% for retirement income. You heard me right. An upfront bonus of up to 30% or annual growth of up to 10%, all guaranteed to boost your lifetime income in retirement. Don't leave your future to chance. Plan with confidence. Call Trajan today at 720-405-3300. That's 720-405-3300.
Annuity guarantees are based on the claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company, DBA, in most states as Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions.
Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS.
Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
More than a few of our patients have talked to me about their first time, but it's not the first time you're probably thinking about. It's the first time that erectile dysfunction ruined the moment. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and if you're over 50, it's likely you've had that first time yourself. But the good news is that if you're like most men, that first time can be the last time that ED impacts your sex life. At the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, we're experts in treating ED. We've treated tens of thousands of men using protocols with success rates well over 90%. And those treatments have, in most cases, made sex great again for both them and their partners. You could even find that you're performing like you haven't in years. So if ED has been affecting your intimacy, it's time to make the last time that happens the last time that happens. For just $99, you'll receive blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. We have 5 offices across the Front Range to serve you.
I just saw 2 houses for sale. Same neighborhood, almost identical, but one had an Orchard sign and it sold for way more. So I asked my friends at Orchard, why? The first house used a traditional agent. After weeks of price drops and frustration, they settled for less than they'd hoped for. The second homeowner chose Orchard and got more. Their local Orchard agent didn't just list a home, they marketed it. They knew exactly which upgrades would attract serious buyers and brought in a pro to handle everything. And even more, with Orchard's Move First, Sell Later program, the homeowner moved into their new home before their old one even hit the market. They skipped all the hassles and showings. Never settle for less. Get more with Orchard, the smarter, faster, hassle-free way to buy your new home, even before your old home sells. Start with Orchard's free home valuation at Orchard.com. That's Orchard.com. Orchard.com.
Planning out your holiday pictures? Let's move you to the front because at Soda Weight Loss, you could drop the belly fat and gain your confidence back, just like Ramon.
Soda gave me more than a smaller waistline. It gave me back the confidence to wear what I want. No injections, no hunger, just a plan that works.
Right now, the most popular offer of the season is back. Join today and your partner joins free. Visit sodaweightloss.com. That's SOTA weightloss.com.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan's brought to you by Williams Jewelers, the official jeweler of the Colorado Avalanche.
Stay up to date on the Broncos and the latest news from around the league with our NFL insider James Palmer, exclusively on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Mondays on The Rundown with Richie Carney, Tuesday afternoons on The Drive, and Friday mornings on Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth, all season long. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app. It's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Oh, you know this song? Actually, I don't think I do. It's like the Beach Boys?
No. 100 ships a day.
Hey, it's like a blue sky day, right? It's blue skies, driving down the street.
Yeah, maybe Yacht Rock. Laying whiskey down. Brand.
Ooh. Talk to me nuts.
Serves and whiskey and wine. So,
before you go, who did you hear about the new name for Ralphie 7?
Yeah, that's why we're playing the song.
Okay, all right.
Because the name of the song is Brandy.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
so
didn't know the name was Brandy. I just heard the Brandy.
Yeah, no. I asked Dante to play it because the new Ralphie name, is it Ralphie 7?
Ralphie 7.
Ralphie 7's name is now Brandy.
Well, there's like a little something to it. I was talking to a Ralphie handler when I was up in Boulder, and he actually graduated when I did, so he was with me running Ralphie. And for the longest, they used to name the buffaloes after alcohol drinks. They stopped doing it, and that's when you had the one Ralphie, the girl that wasn't doing well.
Ralphie 6.
Ralphie 6.
I forget her name.
Yeah, it wasn't an alcohol name.
Okay.
And so they went back to it now, and now they're going with Brandy.
I love it.
I do too.
I love it. And she's got a bit of a theme song. That is a classic song that I have loved for many, many years, early 70s, from The Looking Glass, Brandy. And I love it. That's the new name of Ralphie up there in Boulder. We heard from Deion Sanders today, and we'll get to some of his comments about football here in a second. But first, we saw Deion without a shoe. On Saturday night, we saw Deion sitting down.
Yeah.
We know he's gone through it here from a health standpoint, and he talked earlier today about his procedure.
But I'm having a procedure today. Prayerfully, I'll be right back tomorrow because I don't miss practice. I don't plan on doing such. But it is what it is, and we found what we found. We knew what it was. So I have a wonderful team of doctors in UC Health and a wonderful team of trainers here to make sure and ensure my health. And it's not like I'm doing something. I got a lot of well wishes of people talking about, you need to slow down, you need to, if they could break it. It has nothing to do with me working in the level that I'm trying to compete at. It's hereditary. It is what it is. It's nothing that I could have done.
Okay, so it's not like one of these things where people can work themselves, like the old phrase, you work yourself to death. Like you're just so, and you don't give your time for your body and your health and
the rest that you need.
That's not what this is. That's not what this is. It doesn't sound like that.
No, it's scary though. It's very scary. I mean, Prime has already dealt with so many things. You had the cancer that he just got through.
Yeah, the bladder cancer.
Before that, it was he had to cut off a couple of his toes because of blood clots. Had to cut off the calf.
Yeah, part of his calf, yeah.
Because of the blood clots. And now you're dealing with it again. I want to say if you're Coach Brian, that's what it seems like.
Yep.
So it's like, it's one thing after the next. I can't even imagine what that man's thinking in his head. This is his life. Like, this is his, you only get one body.
Right.
And his body's kind of, in a way, like shutting down in certain spots. And it's scary, man.
It is. And it's really like the contrast or just the contrast of what that body did for him.
Yeah. For so many years.
For so many years. He wasn't just a pro athlete. He was a superhuman, superhero, make other pro athletes look like me. Like that's the level of athlete Deion was. And the fact that his body, that same body that made him into a two-sport superstar. That's
Hall of Famer.
It's betraying him, and he can't do anything about it. And he's still a young man, all things considered, in terms of the life that is still out in front of him.
No, he says it's hereditary. Do you think a lot of this has to do with playing the sports?
I don't think so.
Because somebody brought up he had a major turf toe problem in the NFL, and then end up being, I think, the foot that he ended up having some of his toes removed. And so you play this sport, it's a physical sport, and I don't know how my health is going to be 5 years from now, 10 years from now. I got out fairly healthy, man. It's not like I played for 10 years, and it's different from how they were playing until when I was playing.
Yeah.
But
here's the thing, you did play for 10 years.
Yeah. Yeah, because the build up.
High school you played. You ripped up your knee and all that. You played. You were in college for 5 years.
Yeah,
and then
I
the NFL for 5 years. So you're smashing your body around, for close to 15 years. I don't think in this case it's related. I'm not a doctor. I'm not educated enough to speak on this stuff, but I don't think that the two are related. But I just don't know. A little bit more here. A little bit more from Deion Sanders. When he's asked about what he saw from Caden Salter against TCU.
I saw what you saw. We got to do better, guys. You know that. We got to do better, and we will.
Usually gives longer responses than that. I saw what you saw. It's got to get better. When asked about Julian Lewis and his progression.
Coming around the mountain when he comes.
That's it.
So he's just very short.
Very.
To the point, all about business. And I'm not going to lie, Zach. I'm not going to lie. Like, that Caden Salter going out there and throwing those 3 interceptions, it really made me mad as a fan because it was right there for the Buffs to win that game. And it came down to quarterback play. Literally, yeah, you have a chance to go up 21, and it was probably 21-3, something like that. You had a chance to do that. 5 yards, that's all you needed. You could utilize your legs like you have in the past, but yet you try to fit a ball in there like you're Tom Brady when you don't have to be. Just win the game. Instead, it gets intercepted and it changes the whole game. And the momentum of the game swings TCU's way. I was very upset with that whole situation with Caden Salter.
Well, it's going to be an issue until it's not. And you're playing a top 25 team at home on is it Friday night or Saturday? Do we know? I'll look really quick before we shift gears. But you have a top 25 team coming in I believe it's the 22nd ranked team in the country, and that is not on Friday. It's on Saturday. I knew because Colorado State plays on Friday night. They're going to play against Fresno, so I had it, I think, flipped in my head. But yeah, CU will play at 1:30 in the afternoon, hosting 22nd ranked Iowa State on ESPN. So another opportunity to try to right the ship that is this season. Okay, was Sunday's win over the Eagles truly the best Broncos win since Super Bowl 50? We'll take a look at the candidates and decide next.
After 3 bad quarters, the Broncos offense rallied late and took down the Eagles for a signature road win. Can Sean Payton keep the momentum rolling as the team prepares to head overseas? Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Get 5 quarts of Valvoline full synthetic motor oil, a Wix filter, and a $15 gift card after rebate at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Go from daydreamer to industry leader with Amazon Business. From office supplies to IT essentials, Amazon Business provides tools that help you save costs and make insight-based decisions. Learn how to bring your visions to life at AmazonBusiness.com.
I can't believe how spotless my floors look after using the Swiffer Power Mop. No more dragging around a heavy mop and messy bucket. Now I get the same deep clean without all the work. Thanks to the powerful solution and scrubbing pad of the Swiffer Power Mop, dirt and grime don't stand a chance, and I don't break a sweat. Mic drop. Mop drop.
Swiffer Power Mop. Swiffer Power Mop.
A smarter way to mop. Try it or your money back.
Progressive has great customer service, and it's easy to reach us because great and easy is the way to be. Like salads. Great for you, and so easy you can put any group of veggies in a bowl and it's a salad. A full carrot with a head of cabbage? Weird, but still a salad. 1 radish and a couple of green beans? Also a salad. 14 blueberries, half an onion, and a sunchoke? Odd, yes, but an odd salad. So contact Progressive's customer service by phone, app, or online. It's great and easy, just like salad. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest, the last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your
windshield wipers? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying, just beautiful.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things people love.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Zach here for 5280 Exteriors. Big deals on windows and siding. Order in October, finance with them, and pay nothing until November 2027. Be warm for the holidays. Call 5280 Exteriors. Low monthly payments. 5280 Exteriors. The altitude of quality.
Who wants the lowest rate for life?
I
do. Everyone does, but it's only U.S. Mortgages. Lock in a low rate today, and if rates fall in the future, we will redo your loan and lower your rate without any lender fees, including the appraisal. There's no limit to the number of times you can do this. Always have the lowest rate for life. Get our 475 5-year fixed rate, 5.89 APR. Call 303-LOW-RATE or online at usmloan.com.
All loans subject to approval and change. See website for complete details. License number 392126.
Hi, I'm Terrell Davis, 2-time world champion and Pro Football Hall of Famer. There is nothing more important than your health. That's why I made the smart move to invest in fitness equipment with Fitness Gallery. It's a game changer. I have a true treadmill at home. It's the smoothest and quietest I've ever been on.
Football is here, and Fitness Gallery's fall football sale is your playbook for a winning home gym. Save up to 50% off on select premium equipment. Visit any of our 7 stores from Denver to Fort Collins and score big before the sale ends.
You've got your whole life ahead of you, so choose a Medicare plan you can count on. And that's what you get with a Medicare Advantage plan from United Healthcare. With more than 45 years' experience serving its members, United Healthcare has plans with low monthly premiums that fit your life today and as your needs change tomorrow. The Medicare annual enrollment period ends December 7th, so go to uhc.com/Medicare today. United Healthcare Medicare plans. It's Medicare coverage Colorado can count on.
At 303 Law 4040, we know getting into an accident stinks, and so does getting worked over by the insurance company or even your slick-talking made-for-TV lawyer. So if we can help, just give us a call. 303 Law 4040. Save that number in your phone. You never know when you're going to need it. That's 303 Law 4040.
Be advised, this is your opportunity to save up to 40 to 80% on a hot tub or swim spa. This weekend only, Friday through Sunday, National Western Complex. Be advised, this is your opportunity to save up to 40 to 80% on a hot tub or swim spa. This weekend only, Friday through Sunday, National Western Complex. 18-month interest-free financing. Our factories have demanded we sell 1,000 hot tubs and swim spas this weekend. National Western Complex. Huge factory incentives, factory rebates, this weekend only. National Western Complex. We can remove your old hot tub. Free delivery of your new hot tub. Hot tub starting at $2,999. National Western Complex. Free delivery of your new hot tub. Just relax and enjoy. National Western Complex. Friday, 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. Saturday, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Sunday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Free admission, free parking, free delivery. National Western Complex. Call 833-SPA-SALE or visit hottubandSwimSpaSale.com.
Where will you find her perfect engagement ring?
There's only one fine jeweler in Denver with all the world's top bridal designers. I'm Dylan Williams.
And I'm Shayna Williams from Williams Jewelers. Only here in our Bridal Design Gallery will you find Gabriel & Company, A. Jaffe, Hearts on Fire, and the legendary Tacori.
Thousands of diamond engagement rings from every style and every price range.
If it's on her Pinterest page, it's here.
Add to that our famous Williams Jewelers Diamond Bar with almost every size, shape, and price range diamond.
And our expert diamond professionals will help you put it all together perfectly.
At the guaranteed best price in Colorado. We even have flexible payment terms for qualified buyers, so you can do this today.
That's why more couples say, will you, with Williams.
Where Colorado shines.
Williams Jewelers, we can make diamonds a part of your life.
The official jeweler of the Colorado Avalanche. Williams Jewelers, where Colorado shines.
Denver Sports.
So the Business Journal, Sports Business Journal, is reporting that CBS drew 19.6 million viewers for a Sunday afternoon football game. Now it was a single header window. All right, so I believe it was the only game in the afternoon window that was being shown coast to coast. And 19.6 million viewers on Sunday. That is the best number for that type of broadcast since 2013 on CBS.
You have to love it. Sean's smiling. He's like, this is why you put us on prime time. See, the NFL messed up with this game. Why wasn't this on prime time, in a prime time slot?
Good question. I don't know.
Sunday, like this would have been a great Sunday night football game.
Sure.
But yet you don't do it and still get 19.6 million viewers.
It's incredible.
Crazy.
And apparently that total isn't exactly how many folks watched because it also includes a small number of CBS affiliates that showed Ravens, Texans. But I mean, that is a huge, huge number. And so in terms of the win, I've heard it said a lot, hey, this is the best win since Super Bowl 50. And I just wanted to examine some candidates with you before we crown it as such. And we may end up doing that. Last year, the signature win of the season at Tampa, Broncos were a touchdown underdog. So they were a bigger favorite in Tampa last year, week 3, than they were this past weekend. They were staring 0-3 in the face, which is a death sentence in the NFL. They won that game, obviously. 2023. This is the one that is a really, really, really interesting sequence that maybe could supplant the win on Sunday. In 2023, when the Broncos had a 5-game win streak, the longest win streak in the NFL after a 1-5 start, and they beat the Kansas City Chiefs for the first time in many years, and the Buffalo Bills in Buffalo in back-to-back games. And we forget. We really do. We forget. And look, it may end up being the best win since Super Bowl 50 by the end of this conversation, but we forget how it felt in the moment. Now, some of these seasons didn't age well, so it just sort of gets mixed up in the past, but you forget how you felt on those Sundays and Mondays after a 5-game win streak, longest in the league, and beating Kansas City and the Bills back-to-back.
I'll tell you this. I forgot that we went in there. It was at home, but there was context to it, right, with the Kansas City Chiefs, because we ended up beating them. Patrick Mahomes supposedly had the flu. You had Travis Kelce that was turning up during a baseball game, drinking. But that doesn't matter. We were able to beat the Colts, or the Chiefs. On top of that, this was Sean Payton's first year with the Denver Broncos. Trying to fix Russ.
Yep.
This is why Sean was brought in here, to fix Russell Wilson, get him back on track. Well, you go out there and you beat the Chiefs for the first time in a long time. You have that bye week, which you brought up. You had that bye week to rest, and there was a bunch of commotion going on. This is where Sean was thinking about benching Russ. You don't bench Russ. He goes out there and plays the Buffalo Bills. You win that game.
Crazy.
Walk-off fashion. Let's get the extra kick.
Yep.
Makes it in Buffalo. Guys, I've said this so many times, and I'm going to say it again. It's so hard to win in Buffalo. The atmosphere, and I talked about how you have these old ladies that will flip you off and get on top of a roof and jump onto a table when it's burning. They'll do that. They're crazy over there. But it's just hard to beat Josh Allen at home. It just really is. So,
and they had lost until Sunday since then, back in 2023.
See, there you go. That strengthens my argument of how hard it is to beat Buffalo in Buffalo. We were able to do that in Sean Payton's first year. That's big time, man.
That was a big-time sequence. You go back to the 2022 season, there was no real candidate there. That was a disaster. 2021, and people forget this, but it was Week 9 on the road at Dallas. The Cowboys were 6-1. Denver was 4-4, looking to get over 500. They were more than a touchdown underdog, and they went in there and won that football game. That was the Vic Fangio era, and I think that was the game he did a full-blown fist pump, and he showed emotion like we had never seen before. And so that was a huge win. Again, at the time, a huge win. To 2020, nothing really doing there. Started 0-3, never hit 500. 2019, again, it didn't age great, but I remember, because I was here doing this job, when Drew Lock got his first start against Houston, the Broncos hadn't scored more than 24 points in a full calendar year, and he threw for 3 touchdowns in the first half, and the Broncos beat the Texans, who were 8-4 at the time.
Yeah.
And the Broncos scored 38 points.
Oh, I remember. I was on that football field with Drew Lock, wondering where this has been at. Now, the reason why Drew Lock got the go-ahead is because Flacco, I want to say the game before, hurt his neck.
Yep.
Against the Colts. And then you had no choice but to go with Drew. Well, Drew was ready for that moment, went out there and scored 34 points, and we beat a Houston team that was red hot. They just got done beating the New England Patriots on Thursday night, and that was when Tom Brady was there.
Yes, good memory.
And we went into their house. What was it? Walk in their trap, take over their trap, and did that. But we know that for Houston, they thought this was going to be an easier game. It was a trap game for them. It was in our favor. We found a way to come out with it. Drew Lock looked good, and we all were sitting there saying, "Hey, we got a real life quarterback now."
Yeah. So again, at the time, in the moment, that was a huge deal. 2018, the Steelers were 7-2 in week. I forget what week it was, but they were 7-2. This is Ben Roethlisberger, Antonio Brown. And, the Broncos knocked them off as a legitimate underdog, had a little 3-game winning streak to get back to 6-6. At that time, we thought the Broncos were going to make a playoff push, and it was Big Ben and Antonio Brown screaming at each other in the end zone.
Yeah,
and
beautiful.
They were never right after that.
Shelby Harris interception.
Yes. 2 more candidates real quick. In 2017, the Broncos beat the brakes off the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas had gone 13-3 the previous year. Trevor Siemian threw 4 touchdowns that day. I was in the building for that one, sitting in the crowd with my brother-in-law. And I remember we came in here on that next Monday and did the conversation of, is the Super Bowl window still open for the Broncos? A lot of DT, Emmanuel, Vaughn, all those guys were still there. And then the other candidate, 2016, Week 1, the Super Bowl rematch against the Panthers. Broncos started 4-0. Wheels ended up coming off. They went 5-7 the rest of the way. these are just candidates. Does any one of them stick out as a better win than beating the world champs in their building after their 4-0 start?
Those were really good candidates, but no, Zach. This is this time, the Sean Payton Bo Nix era. It's special because of what Sean has done so far. He's a really good coach. He has handpicked his quarterback. There's a lot of pressure put on this team because of Sean to get back to the playoffs, have a chance to get to a Super Bowl. In order to do that, you have to be able to win and beat good teams. You just beat the defending champs. And now you're feeling good going into a schedule where you can run the table right now with the next 3 or 4 games. If things go right for you, you can stay healthy, make plays. This was a huge win, the biggest win since Super Bowl 50 in my eyes.
Well, certainly a fair take. If I were allowed to combine beating Kansas City and Buffalo in back-to-back games for the Broncos on that 5-game win streak, I would probably pick that. But if we're talking singular games and not a 2-game sequence, yeah, it probably doesn't get better than what happened on Sunday. Incredible feat for the Broncos. Okay, something within the Broncos offense, and it's emerging. And if it is embraced, it could unlock a new ceiling for this team. Also, we finally saw signs of life on Sunday in an area that desperately needed it. We'll get to all of that as we are on the doorstep of 40 consecutive minutes of commercial-free sports talk coming up next.
The Broncos took down the defending Super Bowl champs in the city of brotherly love. After a bumpy start to the season, as Denver finally found its true team identity. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Broncos country, as you know, football is officially back. We're back in action, y'all. Summer is over, and that means it's all about the game days. Whether you're heading to Empower Field or traveling to Boulder to cheer on Coach Prime and the Buffs, you know you need to get there on time and in style. And speaking of Broncos games, you can get 30% off of your ride to the game with Hermes Worldwide for the entire season. All you have to do is mention the code PL30. Again, mention that code PL30 when you book a luxury transportation to Empower Field. So this is what I want you to do. Let my friends at Hermes Worldwide handle all the traffic and parking hassles. They'll get you to and from the game safely so you can focus on the important stuff, like making as many memories as possible with your family and friends. Call Hermes Worldwide today at 303-577-7600 or visit ridehermes.com/DenverSports. Again, give them a call at 303-577-7600 or visit ridehermes.com/DenverSports to book your next ride today.
Tired of hearing scary radio ads about the IRS? Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000 or $500,000, we have a solution. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS with zero risk to you. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with a BBB. End your tax nightmare today by visiting TRA.com or call 800-583-6681. That's 800-583-6681.
This March, Wendy's is fueling the madness with amazing deals on their hamburgers made with fresh, never frozen beef.
Like a juicy Dave's single for $1 and a fresh $2 Dave's double with in-app offer.
It's such a good deal, we wrote a little ditty about it.
Get it for $1. Dave's single, order in the app. Dave's single, get it for $1. Choose wisely, choose Wendy's official hamburger March Madness.
Limited time offer. Participating U.S. Wendy's. See offer details and redeem at Wendy's app. Account registration required. Fresh beef available in the contiguous U.S. and Alaska.
If you've been injured in Colorado, you want Will Height. After an accident, you want Colorado's accident experts on your side. The Will Height Law Firm. Get your free case review right now. Just call 303-GOOD-LAW today or visit willheightwins.com and win big with Will Height.
I know you don't want to think about it, but it's happening. Snow is coming, and Silterhar Motors is ready. Stocked up on a boatload of Broncos sports built for adventure in rain, sleet, or snow. So whether you're tailgating, skiing, or just exploring your own backyard, the Broncos Sport is ready for action, starting at just $27,999. Silterhar has the best selection, the easiest location, and the lowest prices in town. Go to sthmotors.com. Silterhar Motors. Get everything you want out of a dealership.
You could save thousands of dollars on the products your business uses the most with the Home Depot's new Pro Extra Preferred Pricing. Registering is free and easy. Just have your tax ID or business or contractor's license ready. But don't wait. The current preferred pricing benefit will end on November 15th. Visit your local Pro Desk to register now and unlock the deepest savings on the products you choose.
Brandon Stokel here from my team, ROX Rocks Heating and Air. Do you need a new furnace, air conditioner, or heat pump? ROX Rocks Heating and Air makes it incredibly easy with their new, free, no obligation online heating and cooling quote. It takes less than 5 minutes and gives you options instantly. No calls, no waiting, and transparent pricing. Only at ROX Rocks Heating and Air. Now play that jingle.
HVAC service, installation, repair. ROX Rocks Heating and Air.
Advent Health is Littleton's home for highly specialized, life-changing heart care. From preventive screenings to personalized treatment options, it's heartfelt care from expert hands. The Advent Health Heart and Vascular Institute is now open, ready to provide wholehearted care for your whole health.
The Fed has finally dropped interest rates, and that's great news for American homeowners. Wages are flat, prices keep climbing, and for many, the only way to make ends meet is to lean on credit cards. If you're a homeowner, I want you to call my friends at American Financing. Right now, interest rates have dropped. Many homeowners are seeing options in the low 5s. Compare that to credit cards charging rates in the 20s or higher. American Financing can help you pay off that expensive debt, free up your cash flow, and keep your budget under control. Their salary-based mortgage consultants are saving customers an average of $800 a month. And if you get started today, you may be able to delay your next mortgage payment. Call American Financing today at 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000, or visit them online at americanfinancing.net. NMLS 182334, NMLSconsumeraccess.org. APR for rates in the 5s start at 6.327% for well-qualified buyers. Call 303-695-7000 for details about credit costs and terms.
Audible's romance collection has something to satisfy every side of you, because you can't be pinned down, unless you want to be. Your first love story is free when you sign up for a 30-day trial at audible.com.
Tune into Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth, Wednesdays at 9:15 to hear ESPN NFL analyst Dan Orlovsky break down Bo Nix and the Broncos every week during football season. Denver Sports, 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app. You're listening to The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports, 104.3 The Fan.
We finally saw signs of life on Sunday in an area that desperately needed it. We finally saw Evan Ingram contribute in a meaningful way. And I'll speak for myself here. There was almost as much of a sigh of relief as there was genuine excitement.
I'm with you on that one. At one point, I'm like, who is that? Number one. Who wears number one? Oh, Evan Ingram. Can you even call him the Joker right now?
No, I don't think so.
I'm with you with that as well. You can't call him a Joker because he hasn't been out there. A Joker is a guy in Sean Payton's offense that's all over the football field. The guy who's the Joker is Marvin Mims, who we continue to call him the baby Joker because he's out there and he's getting the end arounds. He's being placed all over. He can play the running back position if you need him to for a little while. But Evan Ingram, who is supposedly the Joker that fits this scheme, has not been out there long enough to even have that name. And he finally got involved a little bit more. 4 receptions, 33 yards, and a touchdown to help win that game. And yet we're still sitting here saying, what's next for Evan Ingram? Can we see this more consistently? Can he be out there a little bit longer, Zach? What's your thoughts on Evan Ingram as of right now?
Well, I mean, I think in general, it's been a pretty disappointing start. I don't want to get carried away because he's a new player, but he's also a veteran player. So it's not like we're talking about like, Zade Barron or RJ Harvey. And it's, you know what it is? You know what also is? It's, and I have to say it, it's the hype. It's the hype. If there was no hype at all and Sean never made this big thing about finding his Joker and talked about it with Kay Adams and everyone else that wanted to talk to him. And George Payton comes out and says, man, trying to find Sean's Joker is like looking for the Loch Ness Monster. And so and then you have Ingram, hyping it up too. And that's to a lesser degree because he's a player and he's excited. And I get that. But you drum up these expectations, and we would have had them regardless without the hype beast. But it's like you're waiting to see it. I've been told. Like, where is it? And so, again, it's not a worst case scenario start. It's just not what I expected. That's all.
Yeah, I'm not going to say worst case scenario, but I definitely wanted to see him out there more times than not against Philly. Even with Evan Ingram being more involved in the game plan or just making the catches, because being involved in the game plan means you're the number one read, the number one option, and that wasn't the case even on Evan Ingram's touchdown. He was the number 3 read. Bo Nix did a great job of processing things, knowing that 1-2 was not there, the first 2 reads. Let me get to Evan Ingram for a touchdown. But for Evan Ingram, I want to see him on the football field. Against Philly, he had 31 snaps.
Yeah.
Adam Trautman had 30 snaps. Adam Trautman had 31, and Nate Atkins had 27 snaps. So Evan Ingram's barely on the football field. And when he's out there, it's a tell sign that, it's a pass, because Evan Ingram's not the strongest blocker. So, like, for Sean, it's like, dude, you make this big deal of the Joker. You guys had him in the building. He left. You were upset. He came back. He signed a lucrative deal to be out there on the football field, but yet we're not seeing him. And the first time he scored a touchdown was last Sunday. I just want to see more out of him, Zach. You're paying the money for this man to be there. You say he's the Joker. He's very versatile. He can run every route in the route tree. You can place him as a receiver. He's a weapon for Bo Nix, and maybe Bo Nix can get going a little faster if he could dump down to his tight end and his tight end make something shake. But yet we're still waiting for that. And I want to call him the Joker, but I can't, like you said. I can't because he's not involved enough.
Yeah, and he scored the touchdown, and that's what we're looking for. Like, the name of the game is scoring points. So the fact that he got the nose of that football into the end zone before any of his body was touching the ground is fantastic. But it is pretty interesting just how that one touchdown, how many yards do you think that was for? Maybe 6?
6-7 yards.
Something like that,
Nothing
right?
Crazy.
Like, how much getting into the end zone changes the perception of someone's day and the reality of someone's day. 4 catches, 29 yards. 4 catches, 33 yards, and a touchdown. Those are the last 2 games for Ingram. 4 catches for 29 yards in the Bengals game, and it's, massively disappointing. He has 4 more yards with the same amount of catches, but gets one into the end zone, and it's like everything's different. Everything's changed. We're doing this segment. He's finally, contributing. But I also, so that's good. That's good. He is trending in the right direction. But at the same time, I am not also saying, hey, problem solved. Evan Ingram is going to be a central part of game days the way that we thought 5 weeks ago when you and I both thought that he could be the second leading pass catcher on this football team. But yet after 5 games, he has yet to hit 100 total receiving yards.
Should he be a big part of this game plan moving forward? Now that you kind of got a taste of like Evan Ingram getting into the touchdown or the end zone, Evan Ingram catching a ball across the field on the play action to move the chains. Like, shouldn't he, as a vet, as a guy that's supposedly our Joker, shouldn't you want to see more of him? Should you expect more moving forward, I should say?
I think so. Yeah, I think so. I mean, it starts with the snap count. And by the way, in terms of the hype too, and the words that I heard, he's such a better blocker than he's given credit for. But you don't see him out there blocking. He's not in there for run plays.
Yeah, you don't trust him enough to give him that opportunity at least. And this is it's a prime example of how the NFL and how coaches put you in a box. You can be paid all that money, but if they don't believe and have a vision that you can block or you can be a asset in the blocking game, they're not going to put you out there. That's the case with Evan Ingram. They believe he's a liability, that he won't secure that block for someone like J.K. Dobbins, so he can spring for a 40-yard gain. But it's hindering him now because now when he gets into the game, everybody's antennas go up. You're in the game for a reason.
Right.
It's a pass play. They may want to get you involved, but we know that it's going to be 7-on-7 now, and we're going to bail back, and it's going to be harder for Bo Nix to read because we know what it's going to be. We know it's going to be a pass.
Yeah.
It just hurts you as an offense when you're one-dimensional even with a player.
Totally. And on top of all this, you have the coach and the player screaming at each other on the sideline. And I know, look, temperatures run hot on game days. That's just sports. So I don't want to make a mountain out of a molehill. But this was Sean Payton after the game talking about that exchange.
I got pissed at him, and then nothing. I just got after him a little just because I knew that he hadn't gotten the touches, so I didn't, And then it was like, all right, let's find these throws real quick. And he responded. It was kind of a good thing. But we got to, listen, he's a great weapon. He made some big plays, obviously. The touchdown, he's not the primary, guy's in the quarterback's face. He made some big plays for us.
So it was good to see. It's trending in the right way, but still, I think, a long way to go. Is that fair?
No, it's fair. But Sean has to give Evan Ingram that opportunity. Put him out there to succeed or fail. Let's see what he can do. Give your young quarterback another weapon. Let him get in a rhythm with Evan Ingram. What's the first thing we saw during OTAs this year? What was the first pass? Who was it to?
It was to Evan Ingram, for sure.
The first pass in camp was to Evan Ingram as well.
It was.
And that's why we came in here during camp and we were hyped and saying, hey, the Joker Row and Evan Ingram's gonna have a good year and he could be the number 2 target on the team because he was being featured like that in the camp.
Yeah, in preseason. Yeah. And that's the other part, though. Like, he is such a part of Sean's vision, but we're not seeing, like, the manifestation of it yet. We're just not seeing it.
And that's on Sean, though. Sean's making a point to get Troy Franklin involved, even if he has the 3 drops. He trusts him enough in that 2-point conversion.
It's true.
Sean's getting Cortland Sutton going because that's receiver 1. Why can't Sean get Evan Ingram going? Why can't Sean draw up some plays because he's done a great job throughout the time so far with executing plays to get people open. Get Evan Ingram open and involved. Let's see his speed, his separation, and it's going to help Bo Nix out. It's going to settle Bo Nix down when he knows he has another weapon out there other than Troy Franklin or Cortland Sutton and sometimes Troy Franklin, who's trying to emerge as the receiver too.
Well, I believe, truly, that this is only a matter of time before Evan Ingram, and again, he scored the touchdown. That's fantastic. It's only a matter of time before he has a full game, and it's like a bit of a coming out party. And could that be against the New York Jets in London? It could be. But there's a game coming from Evan Ingram where it's 6-7 catches, 60, 70 yards, a touchdown, and we're going, okay, yeah, this is what we were hoping to see.
That's the Joker.
That's the Joker. But we'll continue to evaluate it. Here is Bo Nix talking about his new tight end.
Well, one, he's been a great teammate. He's been very hardworking. He shows up every day, ready to get better. He really works hard. He's on the field a lot. He's out there before anybody else. He stays, and he adds a level of experience/competitive nature that not everybody in that situation has, especially not playing a whole lot, probably as much as he wanted to, but he never really complained, never wavered, just kind of figured out how he could be pieced in. And then once his moment showed up today, he made a couple really huge catches on those drives, and breaking a tackle to go score was big. You don't have to run any more plays against a tough red zone defense. So really good to see him get in the end zone. Excited for what's to come with him. I know it's just trying to build certain things and just put him in places to succeed. I think he showed today that he's on the right track.
He is on the right track. I think that's the best way to put it. Because Bo knows he's frustrated. Bo knows he's in an argument with Sean.
Bo sounds like the coach.
He often does.
He sounds like the coach. Like, so mature, man. I'm just so impressed. Like, truly, just listening to him, it's like, Bo, are you telling Sean what to do? Like, that's like we see it, but Bo sees it as well, and he understands that. The good thing I love about Bo is he's not trying to force it, though, to Evan Ingram.
No, that's a good point.
He's organically letting this happen, going through his reads, and he'll find a way to get Evan Ingram going as time goes on. So Sean needs to as well, though. Get Evan Ingram going, maybe the number 1 option in a couple plays.
Yep.
To get him really getting into some rhythm.
I think it's coming. I think it's coming very soon. All right. This is KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. We are coming with it, and we are coming for it. It's Zach By and Phillip Lindsay, and we are The Drive. And we are hanging out with you here on a Tuesday, October 7th. Sort of still like bathing in the afterglow of what we believe is, after going through the exercise, the best win since Super Bowl 50. And that is just so cool to say. And we're lucky to be coming in here and doing this job. And I'll tell you, just to take you behind the curtain really briefly, and I don't want to spend too much time on this because it can come across as unbecoming if you get too heavy-handed with this. we just got the ratings today for the summer book. And we knew we were going to finish number one in sports and afternoon drive, but we did not realize to the degree. And wow, just a thank you. Thank you to you guys for supporting the show the way that you have. We see the real world results on the RamosLaw.com text line. We go to these live shows. We see the feedback.
And it motivates us.
Totally.
To come in here and have a great game plan.
Totally. Totally.
It's
And
fun.
and we work at it every single day. And we are not some finished product. But we've also come such a long way from where we started. And so much of that has to do with you and your growth. But I just want to say thank you to the listeners who stuck with this show, especially through the first year and just going through those growing pains. And now we're into this is our third Broncos season together, which is crazy to think. But, man, we're getting these numbers, and this community is just supporting the show to a degree that I did not. I wasn't sure if we were going to see it, but these numbers that we've gotten back as a station collectively from our morning show, our midday show, and us here in Afternoon Drive, but just focusing on ourselves as we have for years now.
It's the listeners. That's why it's the fans. You know, the fans. It's all about them. You play a sport. It's all about the fans. You need them. We need our listeners.
No doubt. So just thank you guys for making us number one in sports in Afternoon Drive by a really comfortable margin. Okay. Something within the Broncos offense is emerging, and if it's embraced, and I truly mean this, if it's embraced, it could unlock a new ceiling for the Denver Broncos.
Why are you saying if, though? That's like the key word right there. You said it a couple times, if.
Because you know why, and we'll get to it. Broncos have the fourth best rushing attack in the National Football League. I'm going to say that again. The Denver Broncos, after 5 football games, a healthy sample, the fourth best rushing attack in the NFL. Phil, they're averaging over 140 yards per game. They're averaging 5 yards a carry. That's the 5th best mark in the NFL.
Beautiful.
The Broncos have ran for a minimum of 118 yards in every game that they've played so far. In the second half against Philadelphia, down 14 points, when they first touched the ball in the second half, they proceeded to run it 19 times for 94 yards in just the second half against the world champions.
Was this Sean Payton doing this? This is Sean.
This is the strength of the offense right now. And it is so obvious to see. The passing offense still has a long way to go. And while we believe it's going to get there eventually, it's not there right now. And it's definitely not there right now when contrasted with what this football team is doing on the ground.
Zach, you know me. I love my running backs. I love my offensive line. I love talking about the run game. And what you're seeing is a team, an offensive line, a running back that understand the system, that are excited to go out there and, for the offensive line, block for that running back, and for the running back to run for his offensive line, and for Sean to just sit back and let that happen. It's a beautiful sight to see when you're able to watch these games and know that, JK's going to run for at least 3 or 4 yards every time he touches that ball. And at some point during that game, JK's going to bust off for a 15, 16, 17, or a 40-yard gain. And then you get deeper into the game, you know JK's going to score a touchdown. It's because of how patient he is as a running back, mixed with how aggressive this offensive line is and how confident this offensive line is. There's a reason why Sean and George Payton paid this offensive line a lot of money, and they're the second highest paid line in the league, because they get downhill, they're physical, they're aggressive. Yes, they can pass block, and they've done a great job of it. But any big offensive lineman will tell you that they want the double team, they want the help, and they want to be able to move up to that second level, seal off that linebacker or safety that's in the box, and have their running back be aggressive, getting the 5-10 yards. There's nothing more demoralizing than if an offense or defense knows that you're going to run the ball, but you can't stop it. This looks like it's the case now with the Denver Broncos. They're the ones taking it to defenses. Now, for Sean, it's about sticking with it, understanding that it's okay to run the ball consecutive times, 3 times in a row, 4 times in a row, whatever it takes to move those chains and to open up the pass game, stick with it. Now, Zach, my question to you moving forward is this the identity of the team? Can Sean stick with the run? Can you have that confidence like you had with Sean last week on beating the Eagles because of who Sean is? Do you have confidence in Sean moving forward that he'll stick with the run long enough to have success so that we can continue to win these games?
Well, one, to your first question.
I asked a lot there. I'm sorry.
No, it's good. Like, is this the identity of the football team? If it's not, you are not obeying your eyes, because you don't even need stats to tell you this, right? So if it's not the identity of the offense right now, you're not obeying your eyes. And if you don't acknowledge the fact that it's clearly, this isn't just a strength for the Broncos, this is a strength league-wide. So if you do not obey the obvious evidence that is in front of you, it could be a disservice to the team. Now, to your point about Sean Payton, like, do I trust him, continuing to stick with this? I'm not, not 100%, but Sean ultimately, despite him seeing the game through the eyes of a quarterback, Sean knows. And Sean Payton has forgot more football than I will ever know. And I could live to 200, by the way, and that'll still be the case. So he knows. But at the same time, there's a reason why he had to write himself a note again that said run it.
Yeah.
And when we were picking the game on Friday, I picked the Broncos to go into Philly and have a coming-of-age win.
Yeah.
And a part of it was Sean knows there's no room for any agenda football bleeding into game day operations. You had to play it by the book to beat Philly. And I just hope he keeps that same energy. If he is going to get this team to where he believes they can go, it'll be because they have a great defense and they're able to run the football at one of the highest levels league-wide.
Well, and your team has to be able to trust the head coach, the play caller. And I will say this. There's a bunch of players. This isn't a young team. And you alluded to that 2 weeks ago. This isn't a young team. And they're going to speak their mind. J.K. seems like a guy that, hey, if he's not getting his carries, he's going to be vocal about it. Bo Nix understands that in order to have success in this league, you have to take pressure off of him, off the quarterback. In order to do that, you hand the ball off. So even if Sean goes in there with 2 plays, a run and a pass, it's up to Bo to make that decision and say, hey, look, I'm not comfortable with this scheme or what the defense is showing me right now. Let me, instead of forcing something, let me check it to a run. Let's be safe on this play. Let me get my running backs going. That's something that Tom Brady would do. That's something that even Peyton Manning at times would do, where it's like, let's get the run game going because it will open up the pass. So even if Sean doesn't want to obey his eyes, Bo Nix can definitely check to a run. He's going to have that luxury. He's going to have that opportunity to do it. Now do it to set yourself up for success. The identity of this team, and I've been saying this for I want to say before the season started.
You were.
Needs to be running the ball, run first, pass second. One of the things that Sean did a great job of during camp, Zach, was focusing on the run, the outside zone specifically, focusing on just getting the offensive line out of the huddle, being aggressive, moving people, and it's looking like that on game days now. You practice how you play, and it's showing. Now continue to do it if you want to have that success.
In terms of Dobbins, Phil, what a find this guy was. And anyone could have had J.K. Dobbins. All 32 teams could have had J.K. Dobbins. He wasn't signed until June. And all he's done through 5 games has been a top 5 running back. 402 yards in 5 games. That's 5th in the NFL. But he's got 77 carries. That's 10th. So you're 10th in carries, but you're top 5 in yards. That's kind of like Benito, by the way. Like, I'm doing this video for Instagram and collaborating with the station. Go follow me, ZBy23.
Yep, go follow him.
Look at this.
You look at it, you follow.
But when you look at Benito is number 1 in the NFL in sacks, number 1 in pressures, but yet he is outside of the top 20 in the NFL in pass rush snaps. So he's doing the most with way less. Dobbins, not to the exact degree as Benito, but Dobbins being A top 5 running back, but you're 10th in carries. I mean, he is making the most of these opportunities.
As a running back, Zach, that's when you know that you're a good running back in the league. When you can get less carries but have more yards. That means that you're taking advantage of those opportunities. That means that if you get 5 carries, one of those carries is going for 15, 20 yards. That's what you're looking for. Of course, you're going to have to grind out yards throughout hard, tough games and throughout a season. But can you be that explosive running back when the time comes? That's why I prided myself off of.
Sure.
Is knowing that I may not get 17 carries in a game, but I may get 10. Can I make 5 of those count? When I'm done with this game, can I have 10 carries for 80 yards? That's 8 yards a carry. That's what goes through a running back's mind. Like you want yards, but you don't want to have 30 carries in a game. Because if you have 30 carries in a game and you play 17 games, you're not lasting. But if you're having 15, 12 carries and you're making 75 yards out of it, maybe 100, life is good for you and your body stays fresh.
Well, this dude, J.K. Dobbins, I can't believe this is true. Now, it's 5 games. I got it. But 5 is more than 1. It's more than 4. Dobbins is on pace for 1,300 yards. 1,360 to be exact. So closer to 14 than 13. That's what he's on pace for. We know that's not a guarantee by any stretch.
Stay healthy.
But that is an indicator to just how good of a start to the season that this young man has had. And he is still a young player. And he's still young by NFL like dog years because he's been hurt so much.
So he's 27? 27, 26, maybe going into 27?
I'll find out for sure in the next 7 seconds. But, I mean, it's so cool to see. It is so cool to see because Dobbins could turn into an NFL story. And he was already up for comeback player of the year last year, rushing for over 900 yards for the Chargers. And by the way, guess who wants J.K. Dobbins back on their team right now more than anyone else in football?
Powder blue.
The Chargers. The Chargers.
They're shaking their head right now like, why? They put a tender on him.
They did?
No, I don't understand that one, so I'm not going to go into detail on that tender because he's been in the league for a long time. It wasn't like he was undrafted. When you're undrafted, you can slap a tender on an undrafted player to extend them for another year without having to pay him big-time money. But for Dobbins, they put a tender on him because they wanted him back, but they didn't want to pay the money. For Denver, it's like, we'll match. We'll match whatever you're going to pay him as a Charger. We'll be able to match that and then give you an incentive for another $3 million. So altogether, if J.K. can stay healthy and maybe get to the 1,000 yards, maybe it's some touchdowns. I don't know what the incentive is, but he gets to it, he'll get his $5 million. But Denver's paying him a little over $2 million to go out there and be the workhorse.
It's unbelievable. I mentioned this last week after he was the first 100-yard rusher since Latavius Murray in January of 2023. J.K. Dobbins might be right now, and things could change, but we're living in the moment. Right now, J.K. Dobbins might be the single best contract in Denver sports.
Ooh.
That is the level that J.K. Dobbins has played at through 5 games.
I'm trying to think in Denver sports in general. Like who else?
I mean, you know what? Let's hit the pause button on that and go through a more dedicated conversation after doing some research. But yeah, this is how he is a top 5 player in the NFL. And he's making $2.5 million. And by the way, in terms of like his NFL, like dog year, I don't know how to say it. Because like this dude,
he's still young.
He hasn't played a lot of NFL football. Do you know that he has not played in twice as many games as Bo Nix has played?
Wow. So he's been hurt like that.
Yes. He has not played. I'm going to say that one more time. He has not played in twice as many games as Bo Nix has. And Bo Nix is just 5 games into his second season.
But yet, J.K. Dobbins is still averaging 5 yards a carry in his career.
Yes.
That when he is healthy, he's explosive.
And it's 5.2 for his career, which I believe is the best mark since he has come into the league.
Now, are you a little nervous with J.K. right now, Zach?
Hell yes, I am.
Is it because of J.K.'s injury history, or is it because of the lack of help he's getting as a running back room? Because RJ, like, he had a strong game against Cincy. But people were going around like, oh, my God, this duo with RJ and JK. Like, no, it's not there yet. In order for you to have a duo, both running backs have to be consistent in playing consistently good football when you're going up against better talent. RJ had a solid game against Cincy, but when you're real with yourself, Cincy's a bad football team. You should go out there and have success. So, like, what is it? Are you nervous because of his injuries? Are you nervous because of the lack of help that JK can get, that he's going to have to be the workhorse now for another – how many games we got left?
9?
9 games?
No. Excuse me. Whoa.
Because we're 10. Was it 10?
12.
12. Okay, 12
Playing
games.
17. I've played 5.
All right, there we go. So you got 12 games left. We need JK for the rest of the season and postseason.
Can't believe I said 9.
Like, sounding like me. Don't you ever talk stuff about me now?
That's embarrassing. I would not be able to get through school now. They're inextricably tied together. Those two questions.
Yeah. Be my agent, by the way. I want you to like inflate my stuff.
Yeah. They're inextricably tied together. You said, are you worried about him getting hurt, or are you worried about that he is, the bell cow, which is essentially what he's turning into here in Denver? Of course they're related. I would just say the injury history is so real that we literally don't have a single instance where he played a whole football season. Literally. So, but you go back to the conversation, how about this callback? Because we had this conversation in the preseason. The Broncos onboarded 4 new players at a discounted rate, and all 4 were because of injury history.
Yeah.
Evan Ingram coming off a season-ending injury, Talanoa Hufanga with his injury history, Dre Greenlaw, remember him?
Yeah, who?
His injury history, and J.K. Dobbins and his extremely real injury history.
Say you remember him.
and well, I'm being told on the broadcast on Sunday, they're like, this is what they miss about Dre Greenlaw. When Singleton got
beat. I
beat.
remember Romo said it.
Yeah, he said this is what they miss about, like, you can't miss something that you've never had. I've never seen a full speed rep with Dre Greenlaw.
And before we go, let me just say this, because everybody's like, once Dre Greenlaw gets back, he's going to help out in the pass game. Guys, Dre Greenlaw, I played against the man for a couple years. We game planned towards him, just like we did for Alex Singleton. Dre Greenlaw is a tackling machine, a leader, a vocal leader that's physical. But when it comes to guarding running backs, tight ends, and slot receivers, that's not Dre Greenlaw's strength. And so when he comes back and he's going to be out of football shape, don't expect for him to go in and be able to lock up someone like Saquon Barkley in one-on-one opportunities. That's not how it goes. Sorry, Zach, because it's made me mad. It's like he's not the linebacker when it comes to covering people that we're thinking of. Now, we still need his presence there.
Of course.
And he's going to be a great addition if he can stay healthy. But, like, no.
Yeah, no, I think that's fair. But we had the conversation in the preseason, and I brought my wand with me that day, and we did Expos Patronos, and if you were to wave this magic wand that I keep in my bag sometimes over the head of Hufanga, Greenlaw, Dobbins, or Ingram, and keep them, you could keep one of the 4 healthy, guaranteed in the exercise that we were doing, guaranteed keeping them healthy for the entire year. And I believe I picked at the time Evan Ingram.
Yeah.
You do that exercise now, and you can keep Hufanga healthy, and he's been great.
He has been.
You could keep Greenlaw healthy. We don't know what that looks like, but he's an option. You could keep Dobbins healthy, or you can keep Ingram healthy. Like after 5 games and sort of getting like answers to the test that we didn't have before the season started, it's J.K. Dobbins.
Oh, hands down.
It's J.K. Dobbins.
Do what you have to do to keep this man healthy. Now, if it's letting him rest throughout the practices, you need to do that. Mark Ingram used to do that, Zach, by the way.
Sure.
He used to make me go on Wednesdays, the rough days. Mark would call it a vet day off. He didn't practice until almost Friday. Because in his eyes, it's like, I don't need to do it. I've done so many reps. I just need to show up for the game. I'm like, well, I wish I could be like that. For JK, that's something that they needed to think of. How can we keep this man fresh, especially if we don't trust RJ like that yet? We need to find a way to keep JK healthy for a full season so that we can utilize him in the postseason where you need a run game, where you need a tight end.
Yeah.
We all know that. We went through these examples and segments before of once you get to the postseason, what makes these teams so good? What makes the Buffalo Bills so good and elite? They have a run game now to go with Josh Allen.
Yep.
Baltimore before this season has been, hey, we're going to run with Lamar, and we got Derrick Henry.
Yep.
You need a running back. So we need to keep J.K. healthy as long as possible for the full season. Now, I don't know how to do that because it's football. But, man, give me that one. Skadoosh.
Yeah.
So we can keep him healthy.
Yeah, and I know you said this last week, but it's a scary thought if J.K. Dobbins was not on this football team. The offense is completely different. The run game is certainly the strength of this club right now. And, like, if they never signed him and it was, R.J. Harvey and Bidet and Jaleel like it was initially,
yeah,
man, I don't even want to think about it. And we don't have to right now. But this guy has been an incredible find. Like I said, the Chargers would want this guy back in a second after they just put Hampton on IR and Najee Harris pops his Achilles.
Yeah.
I mean, this has been, again, I don't want to say you fell into him because that doesn't give the front office enough credit for bringing him on. But at the same time.
Well, how much credit do you give the front office? Because, he picked us, JK, because I guarantee, like you said this actually, because
I know where you're going with this because it's I remember this conversation.
I was on the other side of this.
You were, but go ahead.
I'm saying JK picked this team, decided to pick this team because of the team-friendly deal. He could have easily signed back to the Chargers. The Chargers put a tag on him, tender on him.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there may have been another suitor that needs a running back, and for sure now, the running backs that are going down, like JK was going to get a job no matter what. But JK decided to come here because it was a great fit for him. It was a luxury for him to be with a great offensive line, a young emerging quarterback, and Sean Payton, who has done well with running backs. Alvin Kamara, Mark Ingram.
Oh, yeah, Darren Sproles.
Deuce McAllister, Reggie Bush. You name it.
Yeah.
So, it was like an easy decision. But how much of it are you going to give the front office when the front office could have picked up JK months ago?
Yeah, it was June. It was after the first week of June. I remember that. I don't know the exact date, but it was after the first week of June. Well, thankfully, whether the front office picked him or he picked the front office, he's here and he's playing fantastic football. This is 9 News Scotty Gaines talking to J.K. Dobbins at his locker after the game.
How much fun did you have today? I had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun, especially with my brothers. My O-line, I love. Like a lot of people ask me, like, how are you so patient? Well, I got some big guys protecting me, some very good O-linemen protecting me, and so I get to play cat and mouse. Like that's what I'm out there playing. Like I'm playing tag, like like a little kid. It's a game to you. It's a game. It's fun because I know I got the big boys protecting me. Like the big boy, the other D linemen, they're not going to touch me because they're protecting me. So let's play cat and mouse with the linebackers and safeties. That's how I see it. That's how I go there and play. Like
pretty cool. And he's had a couple of these carries where he is now he's not a big guy. He's listed at 5'10".
Yeah.
But he is just like lurking behind the offensive line and waiting back there like Le'Veon Bell.
Yeah. Very patient.
Feels like for 3 seconds, and then he finds this crease on the left side, and he's gaining for 8 yards.
Yeah.
He is.
It's impressive that you're in these NFL football games, but you're able to slow your mind down, your body down, and let your body work for you. Let the offensive line work for you, and then you reward everybody and yourself by hitting the right hole and keeping the chains moving because you have a strong lower body and you just have this mentality that I'm going to gain these yards. It's fun to watch right now, and we haven't had a running back with the Denver Broncos like that in a long time. If not with that much patience, I don't know ever.
Well, we hope it continues, obviously, and I have to ask a question about someone at that position, and I cannot believe I'm going to ask it, but I will next.
After 3 bad quarters, the Broncos offense rallied late and took down the Eagles for a signature road win. Can Sean Payton keep the momentum rolling as the team prepares to head overseas? Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Be advised, this is your opportunity to save up to 40 to 80% on a hot tub or swim spa. This weekend only, Friday through Sunday, National Western Complex. Be advised, this is your opportunity to save up to 40 to 80% on a hot tub or swim spa. This weekend only, Friday through Sunday, National Western Complex. 18-month interest-free financing. Our factories have demanded we sell 1,000 hot tubs and swim spas this weekend. National Western Complex. Huge factory incentives, factory rebates, this weekend only. National Western Complex. We can remove your old hot tub. Free delivery of your new hot tub. Hot tub starting at $2,999. National Western Complex. Free delivery of your new hot tub. Just relax and enjoy. National Western Complex. Friday, 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. Saturday, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Sunday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Free admission, free parking, free delivery. National Western Complex. Call 833-SPA-SALE or visit hottubandswimspasale.com.
Don't get from my friends at Roller Auction. Got one of my favorite auctions that is open for bidding right now. A government fleet vehicle and equipment auction. It's got SUVs, sedans, pickup trucks, utility trucks, dump trucks, police vehicles, trailers, various municipality equipment, and so much more. Like I said, it's open for bidding right now. It will be ending on October 8th at 9 o'clock in the morning. One of my favorite auctions. Go see it all and get yourself a great deal at rollerauction.com. That's rollerauction.com.
Heads up, pros. Now's your chance to unlock deeper savings. The Home Depot's new Pro Extra Preferred pricing can help you save thousands on the products your business uses the most. But the current benefit ends November 15th. Don't miss out. Registration for the new program is free and easy. Just bring your tax ID or business or contractor's license to the Pro Desk. Register now to lock in the best wholesale prices before it's too late.
Her face lights up whenever you're around.
That's why the diamond you give her can't be like any other.
At Williams Jewelers, exceptional brilliance is in our DNA. I'm Bruce Williams.
And I'm Steve Williams. We grew up in the diamond business.
And as direct diamond importers, we personally hand select every diamond.
Going through hundreds at a time, looking for what really matters. Life.
Like people, no two diamonds are the same.
Some just sit there. And then there are those rare gems that explode with fire and brilliance.
A diamond that shines like no other.
And surprisingly, it's rarely about price. No one sells a more beautiful diamond for less. That's the Williams Diamond Guarantee.
So if you found the woman who loves like no other,
give her the diamond that shines like no other from Williams Jewelers,
where Colorado shines.
Williams Jewelers, we can make diamonds a part of your life.
The official jeweler of the Colorado Avalanche, Williams Jewelers, where Colorado shines.
Another summer has ended, and you may have noticed that your energy is lower, your workouts aren't as productive, perhaps you aren't sleeping as well and feel foggy all the time, maybe even your sex drive is off. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and if you're experiencing some or all of these symptoms, it's likely you have low testosterone. And if that's what's going on with you, don't wait. You need to call us at Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic and get treated for your low T, because living with low testosterone is no way to live. With our low T treatments, if you're like most guys, your life will change considerably. Improved sleep, better energy, greater gains in the gym, better mental clarity, and your sex drive will likely improve as well. Plus, most men see these results in just a few weeks. So call us. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes PSA and T-test and a medical consult. And if you start on testosterone the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. We have 5 offices across the Front Range to serve you.
So my mother is thinking of switching from Verizon to Pure Talk, but she's worried the deal sounds too good to be true. Michael, she said, how can those Pure Talk people offer me the same basic service as Verizon for so much less money? I said, Ma, go ask Google how much Verizon spends on advertising and promotions. A few seconds later, my mother said, oh my goodness, $12 billion a year? That must be a typo. I'll tell you what I told my mom. It's not a typo. Verizon spends $12 billion a year on advertising and promotions, and their customers are paying for it. Well, Pure Talk doesn't spend that kind of money on commercials. Trust me, I would know. That's why they can offer you and my mother unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data on a crazy fast 5G network for just $25 a month. And if you're a business owner, you could really save a fortune. Dial pound 250, say the words Mike Rowe, and you'll get an additional 50% off your first month. That's pound 250 Mike Rowe. Pure Talk. Everything you need and nothing you don't.
Attention taxpayers. If you owe $5,000 or more and have missed another tax deadline, you're officially on the IRS's radar. The IRS has resumed aggressive collections. That means wage garnishments, bank levies, even seizures of your home, car, or retirement accounts. If you owe $5,000 or more and missed the deadline, you're stacking new debt on top of what you already owe. Call Priority Tax Relief now. Their experts fight back fast and are saving their clients millions in tax debt every month.
I owed over $50,000 and they settled it for pennies on the dollar. These guys are as legit as they come.
After speaking on my behalf with the IRS, my entire debt of $25,000 will be eliminated.
Whether you've received collection letters or you're already facing liens and garnishments, call for your free consultation. There are no upfront fees. Priority Tax Relief. Let's make your taxes our priority. Call 800-968-3159. 800-968-3159. 800-968-3159.
Priority Tax Relief.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by 5280 Exteriors, the altitude of quality.
It's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
I can't believe the conversation that we're about to have, because I never, ever, ever would have anticipated 5 weeks ago having the conversation that we're about to have. We were just talking about the running back spot in J.K. Dobbins. J.K. Dobbins is the 5th leading rusher in the NFL right now. And you know who's above him? Javonte Williams.
Our Javonte Williams?
Not ours anymore.
He grew up.
Javonte Williams, I can't believe this is true, is the 3rd leading running back in all of pro football. He is averaging, after 3.7 yards per carry last year and played in every game, he is averaging 5.7 yards per carry. I wanted him to have a play longer than 21 yards. He's already done that 3 times this season, including a longer rush than he ever had as a Denver Bronco in 4 years. He ran for 60. He had a 66-yard play against the Jets on Sunday and finished with 135 yards on 8.4 yards per carry.
All right, Javonte, you're feeling yourself now. You're saying, take that, Broncos country. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say I don't love it. I love that Javonte's out there, making plays for himself. This is what it shows me. And it happens to a lot of players, not just running backs, players, that sometimes it's all about the system. It's about the fit. It's about a coach having a vision for you and loving you up. And it just didn't work out here with Sean Payton and Javonte. Now, Javonte got the carries. He did.
He did.
He had the opportunities. But also, were we creative with the running backs last year like we kind of are this year? I said until we were blue in the face, until I was blue in the face at least.
You did.
Misdirections, creativity, that helps a running back out. Shout out Bill Musgrave for myself, for me.
Billy Moose.
My rookie year, I was able to have the most success because Bill Musgrave was able to find ways to get me involved in the run game, but not heading me the ball. The counters and the screens, and I was able to get one-on-one with defenders, the safeties, because of the linemen being in front of me. Now, Sean seems like he's doing a better job of being creative with JK. JK fits this system. He's a stronger running back that has some explosiveness. But for someone like our guy over there with the Dallas Cowboys, he fits that system, and he's finding ways to explode out with them. And that's what you love to see if you're a player like me watching a running back. Now, for a fan, you're probably like, why wasn't Javonte able to do that with us? Fit, system, being loved up. That goes a long way for a player.
Well, I can't believe this is true, but Javonte Williams has more touchdowns in 5 games in Dallas than he had any season in Denver. That is remarkable. Here's another stat for you. And again, I can't believe this is true. Last year, Javonte Williams played in every single game, all 17, okay? He had 30 first downs a year ago. He has 25 in 5 games in Dallas. That is nuts.
No, he's playing great football. He's into himself. And sometimes when he didn't just blow his ACL. He blew that whole knee.
Yeah, he did.
And now I want to say 2 years removed now.
Yep.
So now he's really back to himself, and he's playing free. That's what it looks like when I watch Javonte Williams run the ball. Is this you're playing free, breaking those tackles again, being yourself. Now I'm not mad because we have J.K. J.K. in the long run, as long as he can stay healthy, he will surpass Javonte because Javonte will start to slow down because there's no help. There's no help. They're losing. They're going to lean on the run. With J.K.
Lean on the pass.
Lean on the pass. With J.K., although I continue to say that the identity of this team is running the ball, I'm like you, Zach. I don't trust Sean. I don't trust that Sean's going to give J.K. 17, 20 carries a game. I don't believe that's healthy either. You need help. You need the depth. RJ needs to come along. But with Javonte, he's the only one that they have that they can rely on, and that's going to wear on you as the time goes on.
I can't believe it, but and I'm super hopeful for RJ Harvey, and we have to look at RJ Harvey in terms of a body of work and not just rushing yards because he is involved in the receiving game. He's got 87 yards in the receiving game to go with his 150 yards on the ground. So for RJ, it's going to be, hey, where is he from scrimmage? You know, I think when we do his complete evaluation, but because Javonte is playing like a man possessed right now, I am mentally saying and again, you can't put the toothpaste back in the tube. I don't want to get carried away here, but I'm like, man, I wonder what it would look like if it was J.K. Dobbins and Javonte Williams as a two-headed monster.
It's going to look like you're the number one rushing team in the league because now J.K., when he's in there, he's fresh and they're competing. Right now, I believe J.K., one of the reasons why J.K. is probably having so much success is because he knows that there's nobody behind him to push him. He knows that he can take risks.
So he's running free.
He's running free. But also, when you have another guy back there pushing you, pressure, what does it do? It either creates a diamond or busts a pipe. But knowing that when J.K., let's just say he's not on fire anymore, you ain't riding a hot hand with him anymore. You can lean on Javonte, and Javonte can get those tough yards. That's what we need from RJ that we're not getting right now. RJ's not consistent when it comes to just running the football. Do you have confidence when RJ goes in the game yet?
No, I don't.
We haven't seen enough from RJ to say, I know that when RJ gets into the football game, he's going to have an explosive play like we know JK will have. JK's just into his body. He's been in the league long enough. We know that. But RJ, if you want to be more believable, if you want to at some point dethrone JK next year as a starting running back, we have to start seeing more out of you, more explosive plays, more of when you're on third downs, you're picking up the blitz and not a liability. So I want to see more from RJ is what I'm trying to get at.
All right. Really good conversation. You want to react to it? RamosLaw.com text line is available to you, 303-713-1043. Tonight, we begin a quest. We've waited 156 days to start. That's next.
The Broncos took down the defending Super Bowl champs in the city of brotherly love. After a bumpy start to the season, as Denver finally found its true team identity. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Thinking about buying a home in Colorado? You're not the only one, and now might be your best shot. We're officially in a buyer's market, which means you've got the upper hand. More homes are on the market, competition is down, and serious deals are out there just waiting to be found. Whether you're a first-time buyer or looking to upgrade or downsize, now's the time to get pre-approved. And American Financing can make that happen in 24 hours or less. And here's the kicker. When you work with both American Financing and their partner American Home Agents, you can receive a credit on closing costs. interest of up to 1% or a max of $10,000 on your home loan. If you've been sitting on the sidelines, it's time to step in, and American Financing is the place to start. Don't let the 20% down myth stop you. You could buy a home with as little as 3% down, and with down payment assistance programs available, getting into a home might be easier than you think. Pick up the phone, call them at 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000, or visit them online at AmericanFinancing.net. NMLS 182334, NMLSConsumerAccess.org.
With Progressive, you can reach customer service in the way that's easiest for you, by phone, app, or online. We know it would be great if we just magically appeared, but that's more of a genie thing, and we do insurance. But with us, you'd be like, well, it wasn't a genie, but it was great customer service, so that's nice. And sure, you probably would still like the whole 3 wishes thing, so if you meet a genie, you should definitely ask. But when you need us, contact Progressive by phone, app, or online. Just no genies. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here from my friends at Xfinity, and the other day I'm over at a friend's place. He's pumped to watch football, but his setup, total mess. Lagging, buffering, switching between apps, trying to find a game. He claimed to be a big fan, but I feel like I was being fan-fished. See, if you call yourself a football fan, you gotta have Xfinity. It's the ultimate sports destination. I can find the best games and my favorite teams all in one place. And the way I watch, well, it's next level. It's the perfect fan flex. I've got all the action right in my living room, plus Xfinity's best picture and sound with enhanced 4K, so clear it feels like I'm in the stadium. Sometimes I've got 4 games going on at once. Why? Because why not? On top of that, I get real-time notifications, live stats right on my TV. It's the best seat in the house every single time. Next game day, make sure that big fan isn't a big fail. Learn more at Xfinity.com. Xfinity, imagine that. Restrictions apply. Multi-view requires Xfinity 4K cable TV box.
If you're considering sedation dentistry and want to learn more about it, Clarkson Dental can help. When it comes to your health, you want to make sure you know all the details. The highly trained professionals at Clarkson Dental have your answers. Learn more at coloradosedation.com.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textingterms.us. Texting enrolls you for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply or play. Stop, opt out. Terms and conditions apply to the earnings promotion.
Do you have caregiving experience as a parent, teacher, nanny, coach, or in another similar role? Hop Skip Drive is looking for experienced caregivers who want to help students in their community by driving them to and from school. Earn up to $50 per ride with Hop Skip Drive's welcome promotion, all while helping your community. If you have your own vehicle that is no more than 10 years old, a clean driving record, and at least 5 years of caregiving experience, you could become a Hop Skip Drive care driver. Just text STUDENT to 323232 to get started right now. Hop Skip Drive gives you the flexibility to set your own schedule and earn competitive pay. It's simple. Drive in your free time and make a real difference for students right in your neighborhood. Don't wait. Text STUDENT to 323232 right now. Text STUDENT to 323232 and start earning up to $50 per ride during Hop Skip Drive's welcome promotion period. That's STUDENT to 323232. Text STUDENT to 323232 now.
Bonnie from O'Meara Ford has convinced me they really want to earn your business. So, talk to me, Bonnie.
Well, O'Meara has over 1,000 vehicles to choose from. Plus, we have the largest service center in the region with 84 service bays. And we've sold 1 million vehicles since 1913. Our friendly staff will treat you right. And when it comes to repairs, our knowledgeable technicians do it right the first time.
There it is. O'Meara saves you time and money, whether you buy new or used. O'MearaFord.com.
Football is here, and Fitness Gallery's fall football sale is your playbook for a winning home gym. Save up to 50% off on select premium equipment. Visit any of our 7 stores from Denver to Fort Collins and score big before the sale ends.
Get ready for every Broncos game with Super Bowl 50 champion Brandon Marshall as he joins the drive every Friday afternoon at 4:45 exclusively on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Thanks to Corwin Toyota Boulder. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. DenverSports.com and the Denver Sports app. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan presents The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay.
All right, final segment here on a Tuesday, and back with us 3 hours after we talked to him for the first time. It is the scrappy one, the scrapster, Scrap Peterson. What up, Will?
What up, boys? You wanted some more, Zach?
Yeah, I came back for round 2.
His hands up this time.
Oh, my gosh. I love it. We, tonight, will begin a quest that we have waited 156 days to start. 156 days ago tonight, the Colorado Avalanche lost in Game 7 at the hands of one of the 10 greatest players that they've ever had. In the first and only self-contained third period hat trick of a Game 7. And even as I say that into the microphone 156 days later, I cannot believe still the way that last season ended.
You can't make it up. You can't make it up. Actually, when you think about it, right? Who had a better villain story or a comeback? Jerry Jeudy against Denver? That was insane.
Yeah.
And then someone like Mikko.
Which Jeudy was over 300 yards, right? Or was that
close to it?
Got to be 200. I don't think it was
No, yeah,
3.
you're right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
But
No,
Jerry Judy's team still lost, and it was also a regular season game.
Right.
Yeah.
Mikko's team won, and he did it in a do-or-die playoff game.
Yeah.
So I like the example, but you'd have to hand it to Mikko over old Jerry.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
In a Game 7 against Dallas? Dallas? Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, you're right. Ooh.
And they're going to be coming here to Denver real soon. Is it Saturday?
They'll be here on Saturday.
Holy smokes. Holy smokes. Okay, so season starts tonight. Puck drops. It'll be end up around 8:50 or something like that. ESPN, right?
Yeah, and 8:50 is confirmed, by the way.
Oh, okay. Jeez.
Man.
There are so many storylines with this team coming in. For me, now there's the Landeskog stuff, and he's going to play in an opener for the first time in 1,307 days. The last time he started a regular season NHL game, it was March 10th, my birthday, back in 2022 at Carolina. That's a storyline. Mackenzie Blackwood and a full season with the goaltenders, that's a storyline. The broken power play, 3 for 22 in the playoffs, and they fired their coach that had been next to Bednar for years. And now Dave Hackstall is here to try to fix this thing. Is Brock Nelson truly the answer at second line? I mean, you can go through it, but for me personally, there is no bigger storyline than the contract of Marty Netchus. And it is driving me nuts that the season is going to begin and his deal is not done. And I think he's going to have a career year and not be incentivized to sign with the Avs. I'm concerned that we're going to go through the same exact thing we went through a year ago with Mikko.
Yeah, it feels like deja vu all over again because you've got a top 6 winger who's due for a payday, and you're entering a season without that man getting paid. And last year it turned into one of the biggest trades in the NHL. I think Greg Wyshynski, who's a top insider, called it the biggest trade in the league in the last 20 years.
Yeah.
I mean, it was massive. There was no doubt about it. I remember the night it happened. It was a Friday night. We were all blindsided. You guys had just gotten off the air. It happened at like 6:15 on that Friday night.
You were very emotional, by the way.
I was. I
Very
hopped on
emotional.
Denver Sports Tonight with Mike Rice and Dante Gomez and let all my thoughts out, and I was right because Mikko got the last laugh, at least for last year. We'll have to see how it ages. But,
Right.
But, guys, Zach, I guess I'm not quite as concerned they haven't paid him, but my alarm will be as high as yours if they haven't paid him by, call it New Year's Eve. It's got to get done in the calendar year 2025. I think what you're getting at is you're afraid he's going to have this really hot start and the price is just going to go up and up and up. I don't know, man. He said a lot of good things this year. I think he wants to be here. I think the agent, the GM are talking. I don't think the GM is going to make the same mistake. I'm talking about Chris McFarland that he did last year and play too tough, play too hardball. They're going to find a way to get something done.
Well, we have 2 deals here in the last week that are complete opposite ends of the spectrum from one another. You can't make this up. Kirill Kaprizov He signs for a record $17 million a year, shattering.
Show me the money.
The previous record. I mean, just galloping past it. And then you have a guy who some people believe, you did earlier before I had to set you straight, some people believe that Connor McDavid's the best player in the world. He signs for $12.5. I could not believe the hometown discount that he is taking. And so there's a thought out there that the new negotiation can be, hey, you don't think you're getting Connor McDavid money, do you? But there's context to that, as there's context to the Kaprizov thing and the ballooning cap. And I just don't know where this is going to go and how hardened in their stance, in their camp, Marty Netsch's camp, are they? Is it Mikko-esque? Could we be looking at another trade? I just don't like it.
Well, and the other thing is you've got Cale Makar looming, right, fellas?
Right.
He's going to be due a massive new deal, probably a record breaker type deal, at least for a defenseman, come next summer, because he'll be entering the last year of his deal. And he's a generational talent. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer. You cannot let Cale Makar wear any other sweater his entire career.
Of course not.
So next summer, you are breaking the bank for Cale Makar. You just have to. But that being said, Natchez better be done, signed, sealed, delivered, because you're not going into an offseason where Natchez is entering free agency and you're trying to sign Cale. If that happens, Natchez is gone. Bye-bye. Hopefully he's got a ring on his finger on his way out the door. That's kind of what I advocated for last year with Mikko. McFarland traded him 6 weeks before the deadline. So we'll have to see. But once Natchez gets done, it's all Makar all the time. So the quicker they can get Natchez done, the quicker they can shift their focus to a once-in-a-lifetime defenseman.
I'm like Zach on this. Like, Natchez is a big topic. It's a big deal until it gets done. But today, I'm focusing on Landy. His first time starting in a long time, like Zach just got done bringing up. The expectations moving forward for Landeskog, for you, are what? Does he get the load management? Do you kind of ease him into it? Or is it just full go? We're going to see the Landeskog of 2022 where you win the cup.
Yeah, he was so great in those playoffs, too, playing on one knee. I think he had something like 20 points in 16 games. I mean, he was phenomenal for a guy who had no business being on the ice. But, Phil, I'll just take the Avs at their word. They're saying no restrictions, no load management. Jared Bednar said he's a full go. Gabe Landeskog said he's a full go. Now, that said, tonight, 29 will be out there. Nathan, 8 will be out there. Cale Makar. But I think we'll all be laser focused on 92, Gabriel Landeskog. How's he look? What happens when he takes a big hit into the boards? You going to hold your breath? I'm going to be holding mine. That kind of stuff, Phil. And I really think it'll be that way for what? A month? I mean, there'll be a month of Avs hockey here where just fans, us three, everyone else listening, you're kind of focused on 92 when he's on the ice.
Well, I can't wait for tonight. I can't wait for this season. I woke up this morning and took a leak, took my daughter to preschool. And
You did what?
I took my daughter to preschool.
What'd you do before that?
Took a leak.
Thanks for that info.
Ate a little breakfast.
Hey, little breakfast. Brush your teeth.
And then I didn't brush my teeth. And then I bet the Colorado Avalanche to win the Stanley Cup at 9-1. And I also unloaded on them over 104 points this season.
I like both bets. I didn't need to know that you woke up and took a leak, though.
I'm just giving you the order of operations.
Come on now.
That's what most people do.
Just telling you.
He's explaining his day.
Two good bets, though. Two good bets.
With a goal or assist tonight, Nathan MacKinnon will pass Joe Sakic for the most points in an Avalanche sweater. Incredible. And by the way, in terms of the matchup, the Avs are 14-3-1 in their last 18 games against the Kings. 8-1-1 at home. Tonight they're at Crypto.com Arena. They're 6-2-0 in their last 8 against the Kings. So they have owned this matchup. We'll see if they can get the season started off on the right foot.
Colorado, 4-1.
4-1?
Reggie does a great job between the pipes.
I'll go 3-2 final score. Will, you're going to be hosting Denver Sports tonight here?
I will be, yeah. Looking forward to it with Marcello Romano.
Can't wait. I'll be listening on the way home. It's Denver Sports Tonight coming up next.
After 3 bad quarters, the Broncos offense rallied late and took down the Eagles for a signature road win. Can Sean Payton keep a momentum rolling as the team prepares to head overseas? Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Hey, what's up, guys? Zach here on behalf of the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, talking to you men out there about how you're feeling today. Did you feel like you had to drag yourself across the finish line on this Tuesday? Maybe you're feeling sluggish, you have low energy, you're not sleeping great, those sleep patterns are off, you're not making it to the gym the way that you used to, and when you do drag yourself there, it's just that, a drag. And hopefully you're not putting on weight or feeling sad or depressed. But believe it or not, these could all be tied back to symptoms of testosterone, which just happens to us men. Our testosterone lowers every single year, all right, as we age. Go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com and take the low T quiz on their website. It's simple 10-question quiz with yes or no answers. Literally takes you 2 minutes. And from there, you can schedule a consult with them. They'll draw your blood. They'll have the results within 30 minutes. A Colorado licensed medical provider will review those results with you, discuss your options, and you'll make a decision together with their medical team. Cost of the appointment is just $99. That includes a medical consult, a T and PSA test. And if you sign up for testosterone treatment the day of your appointment, your visit is completely free. Fellas, you got one life to live. Don't wonder if you're suffering from low testosterone. Go take the low T quiz at RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
Comcast Business can help turn your small business into a connected, secure, modern business. It's how restaurants become reliably up and running neighborhood favorites. How healthcare offices become the data-protecting caregivers that we all depend on. And how wealth management firms become cyber-securing guardians of your information. With reliable connectivity, enhanced cybersecurity, and Wi-Fi backup, your business can stay connected and get threat-ready with Comcast Business. Powering possibilities.
Now through November 16th, new Comcast Business customers can get started with 150 megabit internet plus security for $59.99 a month for 12 months with a 2-year agreement. Plus, ask how to get a $500 prepaid card on a qualifying gig package. Call today. Restrictions apply. Requires enrollment in paperless billing and autopay with bank account. Early termination fee applies. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra.
Hey, bro, weirdest thing is happening at the game. Every time I crack a Bud Light, we score a touchdown. I think I'm some kind of football prophet.
Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Stock up today. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
You worked hard for your 401k, but if you've left your job, your money might be sitting in the wrong hands. I'm Jeff Jr. with Trajan Wealth, and it's very possible that the 401k that you have had for years has hidden fees and limited investment choices. But if you're no longer with the company, that 401k may be at the mercy of your former employer. All of these things could be costing you thousands. Rolling over your 401k into an IRA can provide better investment options that align with your long-term goals. At Trajan Wealth, we're fiduciary advisors that are held to a higher standard with no hidden agenda and no hidden fees. Don't let your retirement dollars sit in an old plan, and don't roll it over to your new plan without consulting Trajan Wealth first. Call Trajan today at 720-405-3300. That's 720-405-3300.
Advisory services are offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
Brandon Stokel here from my team, ROX Rocks Heating and Air. Do you need a new furnace, air conditioner, or heat pump? ROX Rocks Heating and Air makes it incredibly easy with their